everybody. Welcome back to Miss Phins. How are y'all doing today? Good morning. Yes, it's Tuesday. I'm gonna start naming these days, honestly. I feel like that'll be pretty nice for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you guys. But yeah, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. I almost always want to rap every time I say that. Or maybe I have to come up with something. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. Anyways, guys, you already know what I'm going to do. You already know what I'm going to say. Do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to Miss Phins. Why? Well, I mean, it helps. That's mostly the reason why, to be honest with you. Let everybody know that we're here. You know what I mean? Let's do this. I got a couple stuff to go over with you guys. Also, some progress I made in the like I told you guys, since you guys wanted it, we're gonna talk about fantasy football. Yep, people, we are. So not in depth because I'm gonna have a separate show for that. But at least I wanted to give you guys a yes. I will be doing fantasy football, and you know we'll see. We'll break it down, give you all a little bit because I know several of you guys have asked me. And I wasn't sure, but finally last night I was able to set everything up. Already got one person in, besides myself, obviously. And then, yeah, we're pretty excited, honestly. hmm Anyways, guys, well, welcome back to Miss Vince. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. You already see it over here. Do I really need to say it? See? Hit that like button right there. Subscribe. YouTube.com/Miss Vince. Subscribe today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Guys, look, as you can see on the title, very easy, very simple. We're gonna discuss a few things, obviously. As far as the Miami Dolphins press conference, game press conferences, also a couple things where I was like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? But you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna discuss that. Also, the NFL Top 100 rankings as well, which I was like, really? All right, we're gonna do it. But let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild Miss Fins. Bones, welcome. Good morning. Robert Trainer, good morning. Thank you very much for coming through. I'm Tushy, good morning. Welcome back to Miss Fins. Thank you guys for joining this morning. We're gonna have a lot of fun, just like we normally do, each and every day. But guys, I need you guys. We already got 10 people in the building. And we only got 3 likes. Let's go ahead and get the likes in here so that we can go ahead and let everybody know that we're live, people. Okay. Oh my God. You know, sometimes you gentlemen don't know what it is that we women have to deal with when it comes to our hairs. Even though some of you guys are like just as intense with it as we are. But yeah, struggle, people. Struggle. But yeah, let's get into this, guys. Listen. Um, First and foremost, be ready. What a breaks. Delusional Picture fans, good morning. Are you excited? Of course I'm excited. Delusional? Why wouldn't I be excited? It's all about the Dolphins, baby. And I think this is a good year, guys. It's a good year. Good year. I felt a lot better than I did it a few months ago. I'll tell you that. But yeah, guys, you already know. Listen, we always this is interactive, so I need you guys to do me a favor and put any comments in here that you want to go ahead and put in here. Put in the comments. Ask me any questions because you know this is what we do. And can't believe I did it. Guys, everybody from Twitter and Twitch, thank you for joining Miss Fence this morning. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. We got color in the building. Burr, 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 burr. Oh, if you're talking about burr, then yeah, you're funny. Oh, Jeremiah, welcome back. I see here. Good. to a Tuesday morning, Miss Phins. Let's get the party started. Because Miss Phins knows how to have a real party. P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta. Let's go Dolphins. If you guys know the name of that movie, put in the comment section, guys. Because it's one of my favorite all-time movies. So yeah, there you go, guys. But listen, I finally got to watch the McDaniel press conference, the one he had after. There you go, delusional, the mask. Yes, absolutely. Pet detective. No, no, no. It was the mask, but you were kind of close because it was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. That's also from another movie trailer. That is, yeah, that's actually Jim Carrey. That's a different movie. Let's see if you guys know what that movie came from. Um, you guys are good, man. You guys are good. Okay, so the press conference. Look, I took some notes down because this man, if you're not really paying attention to what McDaniel is saying, you could get lost in the ums and uhs and the and the So yeah, about about out to Cameron Diaz. I love Cameron Diaz. That was actually, if not mistaken, her first movie. Side note, guys, I know. But The Mask, if I'm not mistaken, that was in introducing Cameron Diaz. That was her first role, and to me, the best she's ever looked, in my opinion. Just saying. Absolutely love Cameron Diaz in that movie. I mean, love it. But yes, that was her, to me, not her best role, but the way that she looked, definitely the way best that she looked for sure. So look, Matt McDaniel talked about a few things, and I was like, oh, man, I need to get some notes on this for you guys. Okay, so let's start out with the bad. Super sad about Trill Williams. We know this. We finally got confirmation, torn ACL. You never want to see that from a young man. Guys, remember, keep hitting the like button because I'm seeing here that we got 15 people in the building, only 4 likes. People need to know that we're live, so go ahead and hit that like button for me. Let's get the likes campaign. Um, but yeah, very, very, very upsetting with it. He essentially, and he got asked, "Are you gonna put him on IR?" You know, and I thought that was a very interesting question. And the reason why is because are we keeping Trill? Maybe practice squad? Do we want to if he's gonna be out the entire season? It's a lot of questions to be asked, and I think they're legitimate questions too. Now, I'm a little bit concerned because I'm not trying to keep, I'm not trying to lose roster spots, obviously. This is a new season. We're going to need the bodies. We already know when people get injured. So, um, yeah, so we're going to have to go ahead and make sure that we have, what do you call it? The right people in the building. You know what I mean? So, because of that, mm, eh, it's sad. There's nothing you can say about that other than it's sad. And we talked about it already. But hey, gotta keep moving. They also got asked him about the O line and what he thought, obviously, with all the depth. Um, Essentially, from what I got from him, was it was decent, but they still need to work together and work things out. And I was like, what part of O line did you watch? They were not as decent as you would think, in my opinion. I mean, there were flashes of okay, they were decent, but for the most part, no. Let's be real, not really, not really. So because of that, no sirree, Bob. I personally don't agree with it. Now, as far as the rest of it goes, apparently Greg Little might be a little injured. You know what I mean? And that's something that we need to consider. Um, but they're going to manage him. At least that's what I got from him. Now they also asked him about the first time coaching. How did he do? What were his expectations and things like that? And he essentially said, "Look, good morning, King Mo. Welcome back. Essentially, he expected to get a C on the test, being that that was his very first game that he was coaching in person live. Hey, giving him a C for himself, I appreciate that. I give him a C, a solid C, because of a few things that I saw in that preseason game. Obviously, managing the timeouts, very important, especially as in the kicker. I mean, cherry on top, people. But overall, I thought it was okay. They also asked him about Teron Armstead, about the left tackles. Are we going to keep traditional tackles in the tackle position, or are you going to keep moving players out of position in case Teron does gets down? Um, he said it's too early to call. We're going to utilize each body as far as what we need them to do. I was like, okay, well, way to not answer that question. But it also goes into effect of the fact that they already know and they already expect Teron to miss, which kind of pisses me off a little, because I'm like, if you knew that, then why wouldn't you just get an actual tackle into the building? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's I don't get that part. That part definitely doesn't make sense. And when you have tackles already in the building who can't really, obviously, it's not like I mean, they do tackle. It's in the name, but you know what I mean. They're blocking a scheme. At that point, I'm just like, what are we doing with this offensive line? We're playing. What is word I'm looking for? No, that's not a word. Hold on. Oh, it'll come to me. Uh, we're guessing. We are guessing way too much with this offensive line, and this line will determine whether our run game goes, or even, to be honest with you, it doesn't just affect the wrong game. We know it affects also the passing game. So it's like, come on, man. Musical chairs. Thank you, delusional. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're playing way too much musical chairs with this offensive line. So that can upset me. I'm not gonna lie. Then obviously I know we've heard it. Teddy with the back tightness. I was like, okay. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not true. But it did, the way he said it, not about that particularly, but the fact that I guess the mindset that they were in kind of lets me know that Skyler is firmly QB3, even though we were all hype. Oh, Skyler Thompson. I mean, I was. Skyler the Rocket Thompson. Watch my yesterday's live. I mean, episode 62. That was yesterday. Go check it out, Miss Phins. Hey. Um, guys, I was like, whoa, Skyler. Definitely my MVP for the game. And then that last time out to ice the kicker, that's probably my second MVP. That's my opinion. But I thought it was interesting how they kind of thought, okay, well, if we're gonna have Teddy out, or if we want to manage his tightness, then let's go ahead and give Tyler the reps. Let's give him the opportunity to have that, hey, QB's down and you're gonna have to come in for the whole game. He made a good point. Essentially said, when are we gonna have an opportunity to do this again? Let's rest Teddy and let's go ahead and have him, you know, be in that same process, be in that same mindset, get ready for the game. I thought that was genius. I thought that was genius. Good morning, Chef Jew. Oh, Chef Jew in the building. How you doing? Good morning, Lady Dolphins, Phins, and everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Check your pulse. We're good. Fins up, buddy. Yes, guys, remember, hit that like button. We got 30 people in the building and 6 likes. What is this? Come on, people. No one's gonna know that we're live if we don't let them know we're live. And that, honestly, I didn't believe in it. I really didn't. But it's real. So I need you guys' help. Please hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get the likes up. It really does help the algorithm and lets everybody else know that we're live. Adam E. See, look at that. Y'all hit the like button and look, the first person I see, Adam E. How you doing? Good morning, Adam. Thank you so much for joining Miss Phins this morning. Really appreciate it. See, guys, it works. Just hit that like button for me. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, so let me see. I only got like two more notes, so relax, people. I need it. It needed to be said. Look at that, Ryan P. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Ryan C. Good morning, fins up. Thank you, guys. Look, people are coming out the woodworks. There you go. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. Share, subscribe. Let's see here. Now, as far as okay, I have to say it, and you guys can say whatever you want. I'm not backing down. I blame Brandon Jones and I blame Nick Needham for that touchdown pass. I also gave Noah a little tiny bit. I didn't think that he was aggressive enough. Did play a little conservative and then attack the player a little quicker than expected, and that's probably why. Um, it still resulted in a touchdown. But Brandon Jones missed his assignment completely, 1,000%. When that 22 comes out or whatever, and you'll see from a bird's eye view, which color you're in here. You did it in your show, which I absolutely love. So thank you guys. Check them out. TFTG. Yeah. Nick Needham blew his cover, and so did Brandon Jones. No, actually, in my opinion, did his job. He just was maybe late at the end getting to the guy. That's it. But it is what it is. Hope to see you at the Saturday's game. Let's go Dolphins, and Legion of Zoom is here, yo. Yeah, Chef Jew, I'm going. I can't wait. Oh my god, like I'm so excited for Saturday. But guys, we do the Friday. We're gonna do the preview on Friday, guys. So y'all better stay tuned. Because it's also a panel Friday, so remember that. Let's see here. Oh, and then tomorrow night I'm discussing fantasy football. Boom, boom, boom. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Okay. Yep, we're discussing fantasy football tomorrow night. I'm gonna give you all some details because I know that I've gotten several of you guys interested in joining the Misfits Fantasy League 2022. Good morning, green rat slash orange rat slash alien rat slash all rats. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Josh McDaniel isn't gonna be easy. He has something to prove. Of course he does. But I agree with you, delusional. Raiders and Dolphins will be good. And you know what? It's a revenge game for us Dolphins when the league stole that game from us, man. Granted, we should have never been in that position, but still, I don't care what anybody says. That was pass interference in the end zone on Will Fuller. And of course, we don't get the call, right? But then literally 3 plays later, the Raiders get it and magically are able to kick the field goal. I'm, let me not because it's too much. You don't know what I mean. So yeah, so he pretty much took the blame for that TD pass that Noah and Brennan Jones kind of muffed. Let's see here. The Noah play was okay. Nah, he did speak specifically about Noah. Essentially, he's telling Noah not to play conservative. Apparently, Noah's playing very conservative. Um, and essentially telling him, look, if you see a play, play what you see. I like that. It kind of gives me a little more insight on Noah, which I appreciate that. It kind of goes to show that it looks like Noah, he's timid, he's gun shy. What the issue is, I'm not sure. We all know that players do face some confidence issues here and there. I mean, and I do too. So we all do. But yeah, it was great insight. At least I'm glad we got some information on that. Miami Kid, welcome back to Miss Fins. Let's see here. Noah has no ball skills, Miss Fins. If he would have broke off his man, he possibly could have even picked off the ball. Oh, Miami Kid. If you look at that play again, they didn't really have a man, which also doesn't even makes it even worse. But yeah, he probably could have picked it off, but it's neither here nor there. To, in my opinion, first of all, that I would have if I was a QB, the Tampa Bay QB, I would have never thrown that ball. There was another. My God, what is this? What is this guy's name? Now I'm drawing a blank. I can't even think. What's this guy's name? Um, my goodness, I can't think of the guy's name right now. The Tampa Bay player, but I mean, he was running a slant, and that would have been the better play in my opinion. Because after the quick out from the Tampa Bay player, I think it was number 88, our um DB kind of let him go and then went back into coverage. I'm trying to think of the play specifically from that bird's eye view. It's kind of hard, man. I got and I try to pull it up, but regardless, again, no, I can't. I'm not really sure. Hey, Finsteak, Finsteak with CB83. How you doing, CB83? Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Much appreciated. Check out CB83 his new channel. Great insight. It was nice live. Did I not post a video of it? Oh, I just realized I haven't posted any of the pictures from that day. Sorry. I'll post them today, I promise. Let's see here. Not Pro Bowler Mackie. Okay, we're gonna not talk about that. Delusional Patriots fan and Whack Jones. Okay. Anyways, um, no one's in the deep third and cover three. I would like to see him identify the wide receiver in his area. Break towards him and then have an opportunity to make a play on the ball. Yeah. Okay. See, that's what I was trying to see. No was. Yeah. Make sure you get an idea what happened in making a call. Um, let's see here. So yeah, I don't know. I still don't fully blame Noah for that one. And then last but not least, they essentially just talked about Jason Sanders and being aggressive. 250 yards, amazing. Which also opens it up because whenever we have, and he mentioned it, back to back sacks, or in a situation where we get put back and maybe even out of normal field goal position, having the ability to kick and kick the way that Sanders is kicking, phenomenal. Very happy about that. So there you go. That's the one that I had, and that was the pressure from Mike McDaniel after it. I needed to be said. There you go. Let's see here. Let me refresh this puppy real quick. Make sure we are good to go. Uh oh no, what happened? Sorry guys, give me a second here. And then another thing too that happened yesterday after my show, obviously. We signed a cornerback, guys. After Tro went down, we needed somebody to go ahead and take essentially another camp body. We were working on two different players, and then we actually ended up signing one. Mackensie Alexander, guys. He essentially started 2016 out of Clemson by the Vikings. Second round pick, which is good. He was there from 2016 to 2019. Then he went to Cincinnati Bengals in 2020, back to the Vikings last year in 2021, and then now is in our roster at this point. Um, I mean, decent guy to be honest with you. That can't body. I like that he's a veteran. To be honest with you, I feel like we could always use some veterans. Um, it helps out. I mean, right now, totally in his career, he's got 193 tackles, four and a half sacks, 32 pass deflections, and 3 interceptions. So not bad. Um, Overall, I do expect him to just be another camp body. There's really not much to really say. I haven't seen the contract situation with him yet, but I don't think he's going to be breaking the bank anyways. Plus, it's not a guarantee that he's going to make the team, but at least we got somebody to still take a look at, especially with Byron Jones. Oh man, I don't know what's happening with Byron. He's still injured, so yeah, it's we gotta see. Let's see here. Oh, green one, thank you. Yes, hit the like button, people. Miami Kid, if I am Noah, I would go broke for and start jumping routes, try to make some plays. That's a good idea, especially for Noah. He is playing very conservative though, and I did see that. Let's see here, Jeremiah. You said Miss Phins. Uh, if you still have it, do you have the video of the Tampa Bay kicker hitting the upright to the get the Dolphins to win? Oh, I don't have it pulled up. I'd have to pull it up, but I could definitely pull it up once I get a chance here. But yeah, no, that doink was, guys. You see this right here? My heart so happy. I screamed so loud. Whew. I woke up some people. Um, yeah, that was beautiful. I'm not trying to be down the wire though. Come this Saturday. Come on, man. Can we not Dolphins? Anyways, we'll save that for Friday. Um, okay. So that's essentially it. Just another camp body. Could he make the team? Of course. Um, roster cuts are happening today. They got till 4 p.m. to go ahead and do it. I've been telling you this for weeks now, months. They're gonna go from 90 to 85, so 5 players. Yesterday we did discuss the ones that I thought we're already kind of like shooing of getting cut, and some that might get cut. Honestly, Trill is gonna have to be one of them. I don't see how we can keep him, to be honest with you, and I don't want to say waste a spot, but it is wasting a spot because he's gonna be out the whole season. So yeah. The ghost of the 72 Dolphins blocked that kick. Hey, Green Man, I'll take it. I will take it. That's for sure. Um, let's see here, guys. Oh, we're doing better with the likes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got 30 people in the building. We got 13 likes. That's good. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the likes, guys. Let's get the likes to 30. That's gonna let more people know that we are live. Okay? So how about that? Let's see here. In the meantime, guys, you already know what to do. You gotta hit that like button, guys. Okay, let me put it one more time. My link in here too. Guys, we're on our way to the 500 subscriber giveaway. Yes, people, we're doing a 500 subscriber giveaway, guys. We're so close, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody that has subscribed so far to Miss Phins. Oh man, it's super awesome. I'm super blessed, and honestly, I do it for you guys. I don't even do this for me. Definitely don't do it for the money, cause no money. Yeah, so but I still do it for you guys, because honestly, I love this team. It's a lot of fun. So we're so close to 500. Let's go ahead and do it. Remember, we got the goal. We got the goal of getting to 1,000. We got less than a month. T minus, well, yesterday was 30 days to my birthday, and also Dan Marino because we share the same birthday. I'm very excited about that. Oof, I don't know what to do yet because it's on a Thursday. And we're gonna have Thursday night football. Not us because we play the 11th. We play Sunday. Um, but yeah, yeah, Thursday night football. Sorry, I forgot where I was for a minute. I was just thinking football on my birthday. Oh, love it. But yeah, guys. So go ahead and do me a favor. You already know. Hit that like button, guys. Share, subscribe. Let your friends know. Your mothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, fathers, cousins, best friends, boyfriends, 3 times removed. I don't know. Everybody. Tell everybody. Go ahead and let everybody know. Let's see here. How many of the starting unit do you think we will see in game 2? Great question. Great question, Jeremiah. We'll also discuss that like specific. No, September 15th, not September 16th. California. And welcome back to Miss Fins. No, 15. 1 5. September 15th. So Beautiful, beautiful day. Yeah. But honestly, I want to see them at least half the game. That's what I want. What we will probably see is at least the first quarter. We should see. Because this is like their dress rehearsal to get into game speed. You know what I mean? It's also the only preseason that we don't have joint practices. It's kind of a bummer, I'm not going to lie. On another note, too, today they go ahead and start practicing. They practice today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They have Friday off, and then Saturday they have the game. So there you go. You're on the 16th? Oh, California, happy early birthday. Awesome. That's so cool. And my cousin is actually the 17th. So look at that. I have so many, like, I've definitely several September friends. Just saying. But yeah, awesome. That's pretty dope. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, so that's training camp. Just to give you an update on training camp, is gonna be today, tomorrow, Thursday. They are completely closed to everybody, so we won't get the fans. We won't get any live tweets about what's happening. We'll just get recaps from the beat writers. So I'll get you guys that tomorrow morning. We'll go over that once it's happened through everything, and they go ahead and let us know. Then we'll let you know what happened, who looked good, who didn't look good, what they're working on. Obviously, they're not gonna give you everything in detail, but we can get some good stuff out of it. So yeah, so we'll discuss that tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow Wednesday night we're gonna have an awesome, fun show, and also discuss fantasy football, people. Yep. I set up the league already last night. Ooh, so excited, so excited. Graces have a live training camp today in 30 minutes. You're lucky, delusional. Congrats. Supposed to be about 8:30. The company Uh, sorry, Epps. That's a bummer. Oh, thank you, Chef Jew. I appreciate it. Yeah, September 15th, though. September 15th, that's when we get the party going. But guys, listen, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by then. We also have 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So, oh, you don't have to delete that message. I appreciate you saying happy birthday to me. Don't delete it. I'll just put it back. But yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. So let's go ahead and get to 1,000 subscribers. Honestly, we got less than a month. I think we can do it. We can do it. Guys, we got 35 people in the building. We only have 17 likes. Let's go ahead and get the likes buttons. Let's go ahead and get the likes. Okay? That way people will know that we're live, so on and so forth. Let's see here. Okay. Now, let's see. I pretty much went over the other stuff that I wanted to go over. Now, let's go into these rankings. Okay. Guys, what in the bleep? There you go. I said it. What in the bleep? Like, seriously? Let me just pull it up for you guys. Let me pull it up for you guys because I really need your help. I need your help with this. I absolutely didn't understand. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it. You know what? No, I'm gonna do this guy first. Hold on. We're sharing the screen, people. We're sharing the screen. There it is. Boom. Look at this ranking, people. 2022 ranked 63. He wasn't ranked, obviously, last year because he was a rookie. But what do you guys think? Put in the comment section. I want to read it from you guys. What do you guys think? Oh, yeah, no, we're good morning, Louise, welcome back. You skipped it. I'm not talking about Whack Jones delusional. uh Thank you, Louise. I appreciate it. Um Oh no, today no, we were just mentioning apps, just so you know. We were mentioning that our birthdays is in a month. That's what we were talking about. So Yeah, it's in a month. So there you go. Miss Phins in room. Patriots lose starting corner Joe Juan Williams for the year with shoulder injuries. Ooh, Mark. Well, coming in with the news, much appreciated, buddy. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Too bad, Patriots. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, 63. How do you guys feel? Because I'm like, I feel like it's a little low for somebody who got nominated for Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie Offensive Player of the Year. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Like I'm not understanding it. No, I didn't want a happy birthday today. We were just talking about it. Anyways, Eps, my birthday is every day. There you go. um, I get it. They already had no CBS. We signed Alexander. He's young, has potential under the tutelage of X. Yes. Big Slick, good morning. So, Big Slick, you say it's a good spot for Jalen Waddle. Tell me why, sir. 63. Because I feel like it could have been a little higher. Like a little higher. I don't know. Hey, this is why we had the communication, guys. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I think for somebody as explosive as him, breaking a rookie record, you know, I would think he would be at least top 50. In my opinion. You know what I mean? 63 for Waddle is quite fair. You think so, Mark K? Okay. Hey, he wasn't ranked last year, so that's why I'm asking you guys. What do you guys think? Because, hey, it is what it is. It's fair, honestly, because Tua didn't make it. Makes him a deep threat, is why. Yeah, I can see that, Eps. I can totally see that. Now, as far as where I would have liked to have seen him ranked was probably at least late 50s, like 57, 56, 58. I feel like that would have been a little bit more comfortable for, again, somebody that A, broke a record in the league, B, was a rookie, C, got nominated for, you know, Rookie Offensive Player of the Year. Like, he wasn't just some other person. That's all. Who's catching more TDs in 2022, Tyreek, Waddle, or Gesicki? Ooh, Jeremiah. Good question. Some people say Waddle's going to have the most yardage. So, Miss Fins, where do you project Tyreek? Oh, Tyreek in the top 100 mark, you mean? Hmm. Mm. I mean, he's going to be top 15. Not even. No, because they typically pick QBs high. Yeah, top 15 at least. Has to be top 15 in my opinion. So, there you go. As far as yardage, I would say Tyreek is going to have the most yards. Water's going to have the second most yards. And I still think Gesicki's going to have the most touchdowns, in my opinion. Not the most yardage, but the most touchdowns. Hey, you have my opinion, people. It is what it is. It's what you get. Okay? Let's see here, guys. Now, yeah. Now, let's go to, and I'm glad you brought it up, Louise. I'm not mad at Waddle, but X is one of the I've seen so far. It is great. This is why I did Waddle first, people. But before I pull up X's, guys, I need your help. If you haven't done so already, listen, we got to get the likes up. Hit the like button, guys, because it really does make a huge difference. Right now, we got 35 people in the building and only 20 likes or 23 likes. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, wow. So go ahead and hit that like button, guys. We got to get the likes up so that way people know we're live, okay? Also, too, just a reminder, we got the 500 subscriber giveaway, guys, okay? And you could always find Miss Fins here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. 8 a.m. Eastern, guys, on the Miss Fins Show. Thank you very much. Okay, I give you guys content each and every day. Guys, we kept you afloat all off season long when there was literally nothing to talk about. So, guys, if you think I've earned your subscription, please go ahead and do so. Go ahead and put it in there. But catch Miss Phins each and every morning, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Thank you. Yes, guys, here it is. NFL Top 100. We got Xavier Howard at 56. What? Let me put the picture up for you guys because I thought that's really where I laughed. I actually laughed. And let me tell you why I laughed. I didn't just laugh because it was funny. I laughed because of the fact that they also put last year's ranking. Look at that. Look at last year's ranking. Well, let me see if I can make me bigger. Nah, it's too tiny for him. Now that's ridiculous. 2021, he ranked 17th. And 2022, they got him at 56? I was like, okay, they're wilding out. They're already disrespecting him by not being top 10 in Madden. Now, I don't know what they're doing at this point. Last year's ranking was hilarious. Stop it, delusional. Are you kidding me? He killed it. And just so you guys know, the ranking is based on the year before. So absolutely he's gonna be 17 when he had the most takeaways. Hello. Most interceptions in the entire league. Yes, I agree with you, Evs. That's absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. He will have a big jump next year with the yaks and yards this year. I think you're talking about like Waddle, so we'll see. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. If you go by Tyreek last year too, 15 easy. Yep, absolutely. Let's see here, Big Slick. He was. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just put that one. Mark, you say Miss Phins. In top 100 wide receiver, highest ranking Cooper Cup, Justin Jefferson, Debo Samuel, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, and Tyreek Hill. All right, good. Yeah, I mean, they're there for a reason. You know what I mean? But come on. If Tyreek is double, even triple team, that should leave everybody else open. They can't double and triple team everybody. That is true. Hence why I say Waddle's going to help Tyreek. Tyreek is going to help out Gesicki. Gesicki is going to end up getting the touchdowns. You'll see. It'll work, people. Let's see here. Where is Tua ranked? Really, really, California? Really? Love the Snoopy, though. Nice. Yeah. Let's see here. Last year, Whack Jones, a Pro Bowler, was hilarious. Hey, he was a rookie who made it to the playoffs. Yeah, I thought it was funny too, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not even surprised he's not top 500. Gosh. But yeah, this is really wilding out with Epps 56. Get out of here, man. 56? No. Absolutely. This is where I thought Waddle should be. Right here. This is where I thought Waddle should be like 56, 57, 58, not 63. But then you got this is ridiculous. According to our fan base, he's a franchise quarterback. Uh yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. But that was ridiculous, guys. So I just to me, there you go. There you have it. That personally, I was like, what are y'all doing? Let's see here. Epps, what'd you say? Xavier Howard is a top two corner, maybe number one in with his snap count over Ramsey. And you know what? It's tough to argue that Epps because, like you said, he does have, in my opinion, I mean, yeah, probably number two, which to me, hence why I say 56. Okay, guys, here, let's do this. Where would you rank Xavier Howard? Because clearly we all agree this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So let's go ahead and say, where would you rank? Because clearly, most of us don't agree. Now, let me put it a little. Most of us do not agree that it should be 56. So go ahead and tell me, guys, where would you rank? Give me a number, just literally easy, super easy. Give me a number. Where would you rank? So that way I can have an idea. And then once I get a few, I'm gonna go ahead and raffle them up. So go ahead and just type in a number real quick, guys. Remember, we got 30 people, 35 people in the building, guys. We only got 24 likes. Let's go ahead and get the likes up, guys. Let's make the likes happen, people. This does help with everything. So go ahead and while y'all do that, while y'all just give me easy your number, or top whatever. Go ahead and put it in there. Water break. Mm, gotta have it. Gotta have it. Let's see. So let's see what we got here. Mm, okay. Okay. I am Tushi. You said 26. Golden. Okay. Epps, you said 20 to 25. Okay, I see that. Luis, you said inside top 30. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay. California top 20. Oh, I see you. Delusional, you say 42. Okay, Patriots fan. Let's see here. Okay, I see that. But corner, he is a corner. Hence why I say much higher. Let's see here. Okay, okay. Let's see. Anybody else? Anybody else? Look at this, CB83. My dog Louise a tour believer now. Welcome to the dark side, fam. That's hilarious. And this is true. The Dolphins are always hated on. Let's call it what it is. It is facts. 1,000% Miss Fins. I'm more interested in seeing where he is ranked at cornerback, not as much in top 100, where all players are ranked. Yeah, so we got to see that one too. That's going to be very interesting when that one comes up. Let's see here, Jeremiah. You say Tyreek on the right side, while on the left, they crisscross. Then we can stick it right up in the middle. We might see that a lot. Crisscross, ping, ping, crisscross, ping, ping, cha cha, real smooth. Dun, ticket, 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 dun, ticket, turn it out. Go, go, go to the left. Just kidding, guys. Every time every time someone says that, it's just brings to me. Okay, so let me see here. This is where I would rank him overall, and a few factors that go into that. It's not just last year's, but his consistency throughout all the years is one of the major reasons why I gave him this. I would actually have him conservatively top 30. Conservatively top 30. Yeah. And why I don't go top 20, because there's way too many positions, way too many players. Um Okay, delusional Patriots fan, you do make a case. Let's see here. You said only because 10 QBs, 10 wide receivers, 10, so on and so forth. And then you have players like Aaron Donald that transcend their positions. Okay, I agree. I agree. That's a good point, and I appreciate that. But I honestly, personally thought that was way too low. That was way too low. Big Slick top 60. Unless you're talking about. So you say Epps top 60, so then you're okay with 56. Big Slick, is that right? Um, that's funny. Anyways, yeah. So that to me that was very interesting. I thought it was a little disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie, because come on, man. At the end of the day, we should not at all be seeing this as far as what do you call it? As him being so low. That's the part of that. And again, in my opinion. Look at that. Oh wow, wow, wow. Hey, I gotta do it. Listen, I try to be fair and balanced for you guys. I'm gonna show you guys something here. I always like to bring you guys a couple things that might get you guys going. You know what I mean? No, what is this? Hold on. Okay. You guys let me know what y'all think of this. So let me stop sharing this. I'm gonna share something else for you guys. And you guys tell me. I'm not gonna say nothing. Just give me your first. Okay, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be a lot of fun actually. I'm not doing 52 next delusional, okay? Uh Buick Skylar. Oh, jeez. Hey, Skylar the Rocket Thompson, y'all know that's what I call him. Level 2 new. Did we win a Super Bowl yet? Guys, we're so close. But hit that like button, guys. So I need your help because listen, y'all gonna see what I mean. When I share this though, all I need y'all to be prepared. Be prepared. When I share this, I need your one word reaction, okay? One word. One word. Okay? So let me go ahead and share it. And y'all will tell me exactly what y'all think. Let me make it a little bigger real quick. Yeah, that should be good. Give me one word reactions, guys. Ready? Nope. Let's do it this way. Go. Let me go a little. What do you guys think, real quick, guys? I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Best career win percentage among QBs drafted since 2019. Let's go down, bottom up. Justin Herbert, 0.4 to 69. Jalen Hurts, 0.474. Joe Burrow, 0.481. Kyler Murray, 0.489. Mac Jones, 0.588. And the Miami Dolphins quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, 0.619, guys. Minimum 15 game starts. Go ahead, give me your one word reaction. Guys, one word reaction. I gotta do it. We have fun. We're having fun. Let me see what y'all are saying so far. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hey, Irving, welcome. How you doing? Aloha, sir. Uh, abs you misleading. Oh God. Level 2 new. Meh. Delusional. Meh. Oh, y'all are hilarious, man. I am Tucci. Facts. Okay. Hey, you know what? I am Tucci. You are right. It is factual. This right here is factual. Cody says, seriously. Oh God. Louis Salvador, stop. Oh, is it meaningless? Oh, trash. Listen, guys, we're just having fun. Relax, people. I just thought it was hilarious. I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. There you go. I'll give it to you, Irving. Towards the goat. He's uh oh man. Yeah, guys. So there you go. There you go. And look, we're having fun, people. There it is. I gotta do what I got to do, guys. Okay? So it is what it is. And you know what? I'm gonna be a little risque today. Let's do this. Cause right now, honestly, I got a few more minutes. I wanna hear from you guys. I'm dropping the link. There you go. We're gonna go rogue today. I don't like doing panels throughout the week because I got work and stuff. That's why I leave it for Friday. But I'm gonna go ahead and let a couple of you guys come in and discuss what we talked about today. If you guys want to, if not, you already know I got stuff to talk about. So that's not even a problem. Not even a problem. But yeah, I just thought that was funny, guys. I was really more trolling than anything else. So there you go. Oh, please. Um, but yeah, guys, that's Let's see here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking up something for you guys. Something else. Relax. I won't make. I won't. I won't. I won't laugh it up as much, okay? I'm not a panel guy. I'm not PG-13. I'll be honest. Level 2 new. Miss Finn got to do what she got to do. Yes, I do. Thank you. I got to do what I got to do. I had a lot of fun. Listen, I don't mess with you guys. If I don't mess with you guys, who will? There you go. This is really annoying right now because I am trying to go ahead and do it. Tweet that Tyreek Hill and see it can get if you can get on his podcast. I highly doubt it. Plus, didn't he like end his podcast now? I feel like, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did because he has what do you call it? He has I don't know, like the season to go to. Oh, we got Mac in the building. Oh, sorry. Mark in the building. Planet Killer, welcome. Why was that funny? You're trolling your own QB? No, not at all. I'm actually making fun of you guys because I knew it would get a reaction. Hey, facts are facts. He has the highest winning percentage, and two is my quarterback QB1. So, yeah, final episode is coming out. California, I'm not sure about TD. Yeah, I've reached out, but we'll know when we'll know. I really don't want to. I don't put people's stuff out there, anyways. Just thoughts and prayers. That's all I can say. Um, yeah, but no, no troll at all. It was just having fun. That's all. How you doing, Mark? Well,
Hey, good morning, Miss Phins.
good.
I'm kind of going over all the cornerbacks in the league in my mind, and outside of Jalen Ramsey, I really can't think of anybody that would be rated higher
Cat. There's the link right
Xavier
quick.
Howard. I'm trying to remember if the guy in Arizona, Buda Baker, if he's a corner or a safety. I think he's a safety. But everybody's going to say, well, look at Trayvon Diggs and look at J.C. Jackson. And I say, well, look at the yardage that Trayvon Diggs gave up last year. Yeah, he's got like X number of interceptions, but he gave up like just a ton of yards. And the reason he got that many picks was because people were throwing at him because he could be burned. J.C. Jackson, I don't think he's in X's class. I don't think he's even close.
I mean, but people argue because he got when X got the 10 interceptions, JC Jackson had the 9.
I'm not saying J.C. Jackson's not a great ball player, but he's not the same type of
I don't think
corner.
he's a world beater, but I don't think he's in the same level. I agree with you when it comes to X. So that's why I was so like shocked that he was
And,
so low.
and you also have to look at where the interceptions occur on the field and what kind of coverage they were in at the time and how the teams play their schemes. In the Dolphins scheme, Byron Jones is your glue corner, in my opinion. He's the guy who you put on that you want to. He to me, and I know this is going to sound blasphemous, but please hear me out. Byron Jones is like the lockdown corner to give X the opportunity to take and make plays. Make the explosive plays that he does. So it's not a
Yeah,
knock
I
on
agree.
X by any means. I'm just saying it's in the Dolphins scheme, and Byron Jones doesn't have the hands or the instincts, but he's like glue on the corner.
That's why I say it's going to be hard to replace him or find somebody that same caliber that's going to do what Byron does that automatically helps X. So, yeah, to me, they work in tandem, yin and yang. There's really no other way of putting it when it comes to those two, for sure. But
And the
yeah,
top
that's
100, any top 100 that has Mac Jones at 85, just you know, can you really take that seriously?
oh, shots fired! Oh, love it, love it, love it, Mark. You know what? Yeah, Mac Jones 85 shouldn't even be in the top 100 for being honest.
He should be
Casper
he should be
live, buddy.
185.
How you doing, Cat? Talk to me.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Jolie. How are you? How are you?
Good, 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 good.
Good morning.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. The last time I saw the game Saturday versus Buffalo, all I saw was Duke Johnson running in for a touchdown late to save Buffalo's ass. So I'm kind of still pissed off about the fact that we can't run the ball, even though everybody wants to use the Tampa 10 front excuse and it is what it is, man. We did a joint practice with them. We did a preseason game with them. And I still don't like the outcome of the running game, regardless of the fact. I mean, Todd Bowles is what it is. But if I don't see some type of improvement this upcoming weekend, do I have like the whole like permission to act out loud throughout the community and say I told you so, because this is starting to become a big problem.
Well, first of all, Duke Johnson scored on a 2-point conversion. Blackshear scored the 2 touchdowns late. And to be watching Duke Johnson, I can understand why Miami let him go. He can't get outside. He's slow. He just is slow. And he's not going to make the Bills roster. But I tend to agree with you. But I really have got to see the entire offensive line play for, like, just please this on this Saturday. Play the offensive line and the starters for 2 series of downs. Let's see what teams are able to do when they have to, they have to scheme to be able to cover Tyreek. They have to scheme to cover Waddle. They have to scheme to cover Wilson. They're dealing with Armstead at tackle. They're dealing with Connor Williams and everybody else. I really, really think that you can't get a true assessment of where the running game is until you actually have the whole package that is out there, even running vanilla plays.
Yeah, the fact being that you trust a rookie quarterback to play in essence, the whole game, and not even worry about the running game, for me, raises my eyebrows. I'm sorry. Even though I like the outcome of what Skyler did, but still, like, you have to have that 50-50 split, in my opinion. It's always been like that. It's always been true. But, hey, man, maybe McDaniel knows something that I don't know, but it'd be nice to see something in the running game, because all I see is just, Sonny Michel not doing nothing, Dokes not doing nothing, Mostert not playing. Everybody wants to dog Gaskins, but it seems like Gaskins might get the 3rd spot.
I think Gaston's gonna be our 4th running back, and people could push back every time I say that, but I honestly feel like he's gonna be the 4th corner running back, because who else are we gonna have that's actually going to
My
essentially
only
be there when we have injuries? If
Miss
you
Phins,
know what
my
I
only
mean?
concern is that there is no big back. Dokes is a big back, Michelle's a big back, but basically Gaskin is a lesser version of Edmonds
Don't
and
get me
Mostert, in
started,
my
Mark.
opinion.
I mentioned bell cow. People they go anal. They go ballistic. They get, oh, what are you talking about? This is a zone blocking scheme. We don't need a bell cow. All right. Okay.
I mean,
I think Hunt's still out there if you want him.
I
Any of
wouldn't
those,
mind
you,
Kareem
you,
Hunt.
you got.
It's the problem is the O line, Mark. That forget it. It don't matter how many great running backs we have. If we don't have this O line, you can forget it. It's not
Well,
gonna. It's
right now
not.
I don't believe I don't believe the Dolphins have a great running back. They have guys that are coming off the injured list. I just I'm in agreement with my friend over here that says that you need more in the backfield. I think the combination of a great running attack, or at least a function running attack, is a combination of an offensive line and a back that has more than
Yeah,
just
Babs.
speed.
Yeah.
I like Kareem Hunt. He's gonna be available in Cleveland. They've got this new kid Ford who looked really really good on Saturday. He's been tearing it up in training camp. They have Dearness Jackson, of course, and they have Chubb. So Kareem Hunt's an expendable piece for them.
Louise, welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up, Miss Fans? What's going on, fellas? How's
Good
everybody
morning.
doing
Good
today?
morning, Lou. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
real quick
go
for
ahead.
me, the running. I think the running game wasn't what we wanted to see on Saturday. But Cap, I wouldn't. Again, when we talk about bell cows, and I agree, the running game. But our team is not going to be a run first team like everybody thinks. We're going to be more of a passing team. And I just look around the league, but I know where Cap's coming from because I'm on kind of where we grew up in an era where bell cows were needed. But look around the league now, Cap. There's not a lot of you got the Derrick Henrys of the world, but everybody's going to a month. Like Mark is a Bills fan. Where's Buffalo's running game? And they've been in the divisional round and the AFC Championship game. You don't really need a bell cow running back now. Now I agree the running game has to be better, Cap. But I wouldn't. I mean, I understand your concern. I never one of them people, Cap, going at you. But I wouldn't put too much stock in it from what we seen Saturday. You know what I mean?
Buffalo's running game was also tied to Josh Allen's production. Tua's not going to run for 750 yards in a season. It's just
Yeah, Mark.
not the guy who he
Mark.
is.
Well, but we discussed this as Dolphin fans. I brought this up, and I would love to hear your opinion because I did the math. If Tua Tagovailoa, and again, it's considering if he plays all 17 games, correct? But Tua's not where he's just a statue back there. He is mobile. Now he's not a Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I say that. I would give you that. But just say if he plays 17 games, right, and he can
Mm-hmm.
get you 25 yards a game. That's a naked bootleg where he has green grass in front of him and he gets 15 there. And then just escaping the pocket, he gets a 7-yard run here and a 3-yard run there. 25 yards a game, Mark, gets him 25 or 425 yards rushing on the season. And
Yeah,
if
but
we all think
his is going to come out of scrambles. It's not going to come out of designated runs.
I don't listen. I don't care. Again, I'm not designing no runs for Tua. I don't want Tua to be a design runner. But I'm just saying, if he gives you 4,000 yards, let's say passing, and then another 425 yards rushing, now you're almost talking about 4,500 yards from
Totally
one play.
agree. I agree.
So again, I think that just like Josh Allen, you said your running game, and again, you called more design runs for him. But if Tua can add 425 yards plus all the running backs that we do have, now we're cooking with gas. That's what I'm saying.
I'll be honest with you. If I'm looking what Ken Dorsey's doing with the Buffalo offense, they're going to run the ball more. They're going to run the ball with Singletary, with Moss, with Cook, and they're going to cut back on Josh Allen's running. He's going to be more scrambling, and then a few like quarterback sweeps, but they don't want to put him under hits because he goes out for an extended period of time.
Let me ask that scenario to the two Dolphin fans that I have up here, Miss Phins and Cat for Life. Am I wrong by thinking that Tua can get us 25 yards a game rushing to get us 425 on the season?
I don't think
No,
that's
not at all.
asking much, if we're being honest, because
Not at all.
I mean, even the games that he did actually run, the 2 games that he actually ran and had those decent yardage. I mean, even then, you could still say that Tua can consistently get you. Sorry, give me a second here.
Yeah, the Arizona game against Buda Baker when he zigzagged and juked Buda Baker. I mean, we need more of that. We need more of that.
But that wasn't even much. But I am with you, Lewis, on the fact that I'm not trying to have my starting QB who's already injury. I'm not saying injury prone, but like essentially, sometimes dealing with that. I'm not trying to have him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I'm definitely not trying to have him like design running plays for him, but I do want to see Tua implement the running game, his legs a little bit more in this offense. I think it would just be, again, what are we all hearing? Coach McDaniel in this system, there's not going to be nothing but green grass. It's all about space. Well, damn, Tua's not a statue back there. The man has legs. We've seen him at Alabama run. And again, if we're talking about Tua Tagovailoa being 100% healthy, then use that aspect of the game. Again, I'm not asking for 1,200 yards like Lamar Jackson. I'm just asking for like 400.
Yeah, and if you're looking for the perfect O-line to help him protect them throughout the whole game, I mean, you're insane because he's going to have to run sooner or later. I'm sorry.
Right.
And yeah, you guys are right. But this is the thing, though. This is the problem. Even if we have mediocre, to Mark's point that we don't have, top tier, no team is going to have top tier running backs. You maybe get lucky and you get one. Maybe 1.5 when it comes to like really good or decent running backs. The problem is when you have an O-line like this that's not making these holes, 2 things you have to deal with: lack of running and injuries. Because even then, I mean, I'm not sorry to say this, guys. You're putting Tua's actual health at risk if we don't get this O-line going. And if we don't have this running game, it's not going to open it up for the pass. We know that it's going to be the run opening for the pass and vice versa. That's how football works. But in this case, especially with this type of offense, we need that running game to work. And the issue is, without that O-line, I'm not seeing this happening. And this is what I'm going to watch for Saturday, which we'll talk about on Friday too. This is extremely important that they need to focus in this running game. Like you said, Lewis, for this Saturday, it must be. Sharif, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharif.
The
Morning.
Lions.
Fins up. Man, I got a lot to talk about, but good morning to y'all.
Good morning. What do you got to talk about?
Well, I think McDaniel, he hasn't won a game yet, right? But I love the feeling, and think of this, guys: 5 touchdowns between Tyler, Skyler, and 5 touchdowns to Tua in the second day practice, right? So McDonald's probably sitting there saying, Tua, you don't need to show anything. We got this kid here. I trust this kid to play 4 quarters and take all the snaps and hold the ball every time. Like that's unprecedented. And does it say that we have a Garoppolo or do we have a Matt Castle? Maybe, but I know one thing. I would love to see how Tyreek Waddle and Tua works out in this offense. I don't know about you guys.
Absolutely. This is gonna be insane. But even then, I mean, I don't know what happened. I had El Gordito in here, but I guess he broke off. You guys can come back here. I have the nope, wrong link. Oops. Well, whatever.
Gabriel, get up here.
Gabriel.
I want to look at things as two aspects. First of all, what percentage of the snaps do you think that Alex Ingold is going to get?
Oh, don't even get Sharif started.
This is his bread and butter. Let's be real. I think Lewis left. Is Lewis still here? Oh, he
What
might
was
have.
the question again?
No, I said I'm interested in everybody's opinion as to what percentage of snaps Alex Ingold is going to get in this offense.
Oh, I think they're not showing their hand, and I like it. But what you can expect is strong side or weak side, or I formation, or just I formation, and one tight end,
And
two wide
who
receivers.
comes off the field when Ingold is on the field? Which player? Which starter? If you're normally running with a single back and 3 wides and a tight end, when Ingold comes in to make it a 2-back backfield, who comes off the field?
I think Kaseki stays on the field.
What?
I think they're gonna work him at that tight end number one. And guess what? Cedric Wilson will have to come on third downs. Now, I don't think they will take XY and tell Waddle, we're going to bring on Cedric Wilson for blocking, and you're going to be number three. I think they're going to let Tyreek and Waddle play XY, and they're going to let Gesicki run the tight end one, and then Ingold and whoever the starter running back is. And the thing about it is, um, if you watch, like I said, I looked at McDaniel's tapes, how he ran in San Francisco, and what you have to watch is use check. You
Yes.
have to watch him take on the middle linebackers. You have to watch him take on everyone. He shoots up the gap before the offensive lineman. His job is to. This is why you have Mostert and all these guys running 20 yards upfield on a running play because it's use check, and it's going to be angled knocking these linebackers off so Gaskin could break that run that he did not. I was Ethan Carthon playing fullback, and he's trash. He cannot play fullback or nickel. But I would love to see. I think Tanner Connor has a potential to play fullback, so I think it could be maybe a Tanner Connor and an Ingold, and then they cut Ethan Carter and cut Shaheen.
We gotta see. We gotta see when it comes to that. But guys, I really wanted to get you guys' opinion because I thought this was a little bit alarming. Um, and it's really gonna be it. But before I bring it up, guys, hit that like button, guys. We got 35 people in the building, 29 likes. Let's go ahead and get the like button. But we got El Gordito here. How you doing, El Gordito? It's the first time I have you up here. First time I see you in the show. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. What's going on, guy? What's going on, Cap? What's going on, Shaheen? What's
Good
going
morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
on? Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you guys doing this morning? This early,
Good.
beautiful
Woke
morning.
up and breathing, brother. Woke up and breathing.
Amen.
Bro,
That's a blessing right there,
blessed to
right?
hear, bro. I'm definitely blessed to hear that, man. So yeah, hey, just to kind of piggyback on what was just being said, I honestly think that Ingles going to be used more um, than expected, especially that give or take, Gasicki has had issues with being that blocking tight end. Um, I honestly like you mentioned. I think Tanner might be one of those tight ends to be in the on the line to block as well.
Mm. This is gonna be very interesting how they utilize the tight ends. And I my very first cut, because I think, well, we all know they gotta cut 5 people today. Shaheen gone. That's like, I feel like that's like a no brainer. Trill Williams got to be gone. I mean, he's gonna be out the entire year.
Well, he's
So,
going to go on injured reserve, so
well, fine.
he
Injured,
doesn't get cut. He
Yeah,
goes to IR.
fine. He goes to
and this,
IR, but even then, they can still cut him because
No, they can't. They can't do it because he's injured. You
yeah,
cannot cut an injured
so
player.
it,
You can reach an injury settlement, but
my
you can't cut him.
apologies. You're right. You're right. Um, What other 4 players besides? And I don't think Noah's gonna get cut. What other players do you guys think are gonna actually get cut though?
Eguavon, I think Eguavon is gone. I
What?
think Style. I think no, Jordan Williams is gone.
I think
Um,
so too.
I think Style has a chance to show Style. Ben Style, defensive tackle guys. I think
Still,
he has a chance. And maybe you guys know a couple other people.
How about or Coleman for the left tackle, the
Larnell,
civet left
yes,
tackle? Yeah, gone.
gone. In my opinion, I agree with
He
that too.
actually helped himself, but he still may be gone. But you know that pass to Bowden, it was Larnell Coleman who trucked this guy to keep that pass eligible to get to Bowden for the touchdown. So
He trucked a guy that won't be in the league.
yeah,
He's
yep,
really not
yep,
good.
yep. And that is why I'm not taking too much away from how we ran the ball. So if people want to say we still can't run the ball, then I'm gonna say the starters weren't in, and I'm also gonna say nobody had to defend Tyreek and Waddle yet. So once we've seen an NFL team try to defend us for the first time, we will see the cushion they give, and then we could determine to run the ball.
You're talking me off the ledge. I like what you're saying, but let's see what happens in game two because I'm ready to go berserko here, man.
So you think
Well, who
you think
cap? Who do
teams
you
are
think
going to
is
be
gonna get
stupid
cut?
enough? You think teams are going to be stupid enough to play a single high or bring 8 in the box with Tyreek and Waddle?
Bro, all I know is Dokes is not contributing. I haven't seen anything from nobody. I
Oh,
mean, the only
so
one that's playing is Gaskins, and everybody wants to get rid of Gaskins. I really don't like the way
I
that's
don't
working
get
out.
that.
I
that's
think
because
Dopes is done.
Jared Dogs
I
goes
think
on the
I,
practice
Ahmed is
squad.
done, in my
Yo,
opinion. I
Cap,
think
hold on, but Cap, that's because Jared Does goes on the practice squad, just like Williams goes on the practice squad. They're eligible for that. They're gonna play
Yeah, that's
Gaskins.
fine.
Gaskins is our trade bait, bro. Gaskins not staying on the team unless we're getting rid of Sony Michelle. Which, to be all quite honest with you, why get rid of Sony Michelle when we can get rid of Gaskins? Which is, he's had a productive year with Miami. He's definitely dedicated himself to our team 100%. But he's too small. And that's his big problem with Miami is that we don't have an O line. We don't have New England's O line. We don't have the Steelers O line to block for him. Now, if you're to put Gaskins in a team that has an O line, yo, that is the number one running back to be 100 with you because he has the moves to make it. He just doesn't have the pickup, and he's small, bro.
Yeah, no, I never had anything against Gaskins whatsoever. It's just everybody pushed him back to the fifth running back once all these running backs
Cap,
from the NFC West came over here. And all these
Cap,
running backs from the NFC West ain't done nothing. I don't care if you think Edmonds is going to be the next coming. For me, Edmonds is just another Lamar Smith, Reggie Bush, and Kenyon Drake, to be honest with you.
Cap. My problem
really.
with Gaskin is he doesn't stiff arm anyone, and he just like the run the other day. If he had just put the ball
Sharif,
in
we
the
have
left
small
hand,
running backs. I'm sorry to tell you, man. We got, just like Gordito said, these running backs we have are not durable throughout a 16, 17-week season.
bro,
I'm
all he had
sorry.
to do was switch arms with the football and stiff arm that dude. He just took the fall and slid on his hips as though, like,
Well,
oh,
I
I
mean,
don't
some
know
are
how
saying
to
it was a
fall.
busted play, so you could take it for what it is. I don't know if it was a busted play or a good run. He didn't switch hands, but that play didn't work out in the benefit of a touchdown when it
Dude,
should
you
have.
switch hands and you stiff arm that guy with the right hand. That's a touchdown. I don't know what because Gaskins lacks
The
that for
size, bro.
me.
We have
He
small
lacks a
backs. I'm
lot.
sorry.
Well,
Well, yeah.
the critical stat for running backs is yards after contact. Gaskin has one of the lower yards after contact in the league because of size.
Sharif out here acting like Gaskin is Henry or Taylor. I'm sorry, that was that was a
That was fun.
Only
That was fun.
coming to be sure.
Yeah, so it's yard. You look at you're looking when you're looking at your running backs, you have to look at yards after contact because that's the true measuring stick. And if the Dolphins' offensive line, as a cap is assessing, is not very good, then a guy like Gaskins in this offense has no value because he'll be under contact in the backfield.
Yeah, well, this is the problem again, guys. I have to go back to it. These guys aren't gonna have much room to go if we don't have the line to do it. Now, the line did do in certain place. I was like, okay, I see you. They actually did their jobs. But my problem is this line is too inconsistent and too injury prone.
To your
Like
point,
everybody's injured.
I mean, if Skyler can almost outrun and outrush Gaskins, why is it that a bigger, stoutier person can
Mhm.
have more depth running the ball than our leading running backs?
Well, Skyler, made a 20-yard run on a scramble,
Yeah, but
so
the dude's
you
heavier
just
than our
got to
running
have to
back. That's my
toss that
point.
out.
Yeah, but his size is bigger than the running backs we have on the roster right now. And he outran the defense. Like the other
All right,
running backs couldn't do that.
if you're a defensive coordinator with and here's my concern with the Dolphins, and I'm following it from the Buffalo package. I'm concerned. I always have concern when you don't have a run pass balance, and it makes your team soft. I always thought that because of the way the Bills were structured in the last couple of years, and one of the reasons that Dayball is gone, by the way, is because they weren't physically tough enough. They were a passing team. They became a finesse team. And when you get teams like the Colts that walked into Buffalo last year and just absolutely curb stomped them because they were physical. And I'm concerned that the Dolphins are starting to present an image that they are going to be a finesse team. And I just don't think that that's a winning formula.
I disagree. I think that what is happening here is, and Mark, I know you're a Bill fans. I love you for coming and help. Coming and help us out with therapy. Really, the pandemic is over. But uh, what I like about McDaniel, like I said, I watched McDaniel 3 months ago before we signed him. I think they had a hard on for Harbaugh at that time. But what I looked at McDaniel is that he doesn't want his offensive line to drop back. If you notice in our play action fakes, we're jumping off the ball going forward. If you notice what Kinley did on that play where I think Ahmed was stopped for 2 yards, he jumped off the line, engaged, and then pulled and killed that linebacker and then killed the safety. So I think the physicality of the offensive line won't drop back like Flores offensive line coaches. They dropped back a lot. And when Austin Jackson drops back and doesn't know the league of defensive ends yet, this is the problem you get in. So coming off the ball is our physical change that we made this year. We're coming off the ball attacking as opposed to dropping back.
I mean, any Mike or Will get discombobulated and confused with the amount of motion and all the hand signals going on in the front of the O line when the quarterback's under center, and that's what I like. Like the misconfusion that's going on when you're at the line is something that I
That's a great point.
respect.
That's a great point, Cap, because what happens is look at that front seven. And this has nothing to do with Madden. All you have to do is watch McDaniel's tape of San Francisco's offense. That front seven moves when the tight end steps back 1 foot, and then motions left, or the fullback goes from strong side to weak side. The front seven then moves. Now, what McDaniel would then tell the quarterback in his headset is run left. So everybody slid right on defense, just run left. And what happens is you'll get Gesicki to motion from left back to right. Now we're in the mismatch we want. When the ball is handed off, you have maybe four defenders who has to try and tackle our running back. That is the scheme. That is the
Well,
scheme.
okay, teams are going to play the Dolphins with two high safeties. They're going to play in a cover two. They're going to play in a cover two shell. So you're going to be running against primarily, in my opinion, 7-man boxes. So can you win? Can the Dolphins running game win against a 7-man front? That's what you're looking at.
And what I'm looking at is I dare a team to play single high.
They're not
I
going to play single
dare,
high.
I dare
Nobody.
a team to play.
They're not going to do it. I mean, forget that thought that you're going to burn teams deep. The Dolphins are not going to. You think you're going to get a ton of like 60-yard touchdown plays? I don't see it because
So
teams
you
are going to
think
play a
you
too high
think
shell.
so you think coordinators are gonna put 8 in the box to stop our
No,
run
they're
with
going to play. They're
Tyreek
going
and
to put
Waddle?
7 in the box and play a too high shell. And
Okay,
teams with a dominant defensive line could potentially dominate the Dolphins' running game by playing a 4-man line and
I'm
dropping.
sorry,
And
but with that recipe right there, Gasecki should eat. And if that's the case, then we really need to, reevaluate the situation, because that game plan right there is a recipe for a tight end to have a Pro Bowl year.
Well,
now when you factor in, right, 7 in the box, let's so that's 5 linemen taking on their front 4, right? Once the center, he's free, so he's to the second level. Then you have Ingle taking
assuming you
on,
win your one-on-one matchups. I think
assuming, right?
with teams that when you play, let's say for example, let's just take the Jets. Well, let's take New England because that's the first game up on the roster. I don't think now. I think New England runs primarily a 3-4. That's what they're currently running is a 3-4, and they're
We're
going to
gonna
take the
eat
2
them.
outside
We're gonna run on
linebackers and
them.
they're going to put them up into the blocking scheme. Uh, are the Dolphins going to win those one-on-one matchups? Because all you have to have is one breakdown out of your starting 5.
We ran the ball with our line last year, so we're gonna run the ball on New England with. I think we're gonna get
you
upwards
do
of
make a point right
Last year
there,
doesn't matter.
Maurice.
These are all new. These teams are all new with new personnel, new schemes, or potentially new schemes. So I want to talk about what's going on this year with this level of talent on the field with the
No, but I
potential
think,
53 that you're
Mark,
dealing with.
I think what Sharif is saying is that our players are the same. Because it realistically in this preseason game, you essentially saw last year's offensive line. There was nobody new in this offensive line. So at least this is a glimpse of what you're gonna see if Tehran goes down, if Connor Williams goes down. This is the offensive line you're gonna be seeing. That's what we saw,
Well,
which is the
if
same
that's the
offensive line.
if Tehran and Connor and all and you get severe like any team, you get severe injuries in your offensive line, your season's over with.
now.
Well,
Think of
not
this, Mark.
necessarily. If we
I
can
think
manage.
I
You're not
think of
gonna
this,
you
Mark.
can't manage. I mean, I just want to go back. I'll make a reference. When Jacksonville beat Buffalo last year, they did it with 3 changes on the offensive line that week because of the combination of injuries and COVID and other garbage. And Jacksonville's defensive line and linebacking core ate that backup offensive lineup. So you can have an elite quarterback, elite wide receivers, but if your offensive line is like sucking mud, you're going to get beat.
Listen, I understand that. Hence why I keep saying the offensive line is it's going to be very, very important. But one thing that we do know what to do is actually deal with this offensive line, or at least, um, what am I, how am I going to say this? It's we know how to manage with this offensive line, and this is what this
Right.
preseason game showed you. And to be honest with you, I don't even think we're going to see Connor Erteron play this next game.
Well,
If
you
he's
And,
can't
fully
play
and
healthy.
my
Teron during
my
the
thing
preseason.
is
He's only
what
averaging
he's
he's
what
averaging
Mark is
11.6 carries
assuming,
per year.
and what Mark is assuming is that Teron Armstead is not going to swallow up that left defensive end, and right on the side of him is Eichenberg, who has a great camp. He's having because he's on the side of Armstead. Connor is going to take on his guy, then Hunt, and then Jackson is looking average to above average from what I've heard. Nobody knows the offense that we ran for Tua to get 5 touchdowns in the second day of practice. But what I can tell you is they most of those sets were I formation, and it is what it is. So I'm assuming that if a team goes front 7 on us and keeps it 2 shell high, we still can run the ball. Why? Because they're going to commit to Tyreek and Waddle with 3. That the front 7 is going to Engel is going to take on the second linebacker, and Connor is going to run up and take on the first linebacker. It's going to be problems.
Did
So
you happen to notice? I'm just bringing up a point. Did you happen to notice that Tim Settle manhandled Quentin Nelson and Dennis Kelly on Saturday? There's some great clips of them knocking of Tim Settle knocking Quentin Nelson 5 yards back and just crushing Dennis Kelly. I
it's
just that's and I'm sorry, but Quentin Nelson's like in the top 2 guards in the league. I'm saying that what I'm saying is the Dolphins are going to should be able to run the football against okay defensive line or average defensive lines. Are they going to be able to run against the elite defensive lines? And I'm
Okay,
interested to see if what the Raiders are going to look like on Saturday. Are they going to play Max Crosby? Are they going to play their defensive linemen at all?
they're okay. Let's put it this way, Mark. There's not like 100 elite offensive lines. There's maybe five elite, maybe 10 who are good. Like I would say good to really good, and then the rest are gonna be like
Well, okay.
average
Can
or
you
like
name the teams
horrible.
with elite offensive lines?
Say
I
that
mean,
again.
I don't think Cleveland's there anymore because well, their
Right.
starting center is
Yeah,
gone for the year and their backup center is gone for
And
the
I,
year.
and I just
and Tampa
invite
too.
and I invite Dolphins fans to watch. Just search Brian Baldinger, and if you want to learn
Oh,
on
he showed
schemes,
4 plays. It doesn't mean anything
yeah, but
against second and
yeah,
third
but he
stringers. It
showed
doesn't mean anything.
25. He showed 25 of San Francisco's plays before we got McDaniel. But the difference is that was Juszczyk and Mostert.
You
So
know what?
it's the
It was
same.
also Trent Williams and three excellent interior
Thank
offensive
you.
linemen: Alex
Thank
Mack,
you.
Tomlinson, who's now with the Jets. Alex Mack retired, and they just lost their other guard
Thank
the
you,
other
Bills
day.
fan,
So
because that is Taron Armstead and Connor Williams. And my point is that,
Connor Williams is not as good as Alex Mack, and Trent Williams is significantly better than Teron Armstead. Let's be
okay,
honest.
okay,
Mark, let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead, Sharif.
no, no, no. I'm going to challenge Mark right now. Let's mark the tape. Week 3, right?
For what? The
For
Bills?
Bills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
week 3 is the Bills game.
At home
Okay. How much
for
points
us.
do you score?
Well, considering the only addition that the Dolphins defense has made is Melvin Ingram, who is a problem. He's an excellent player. I give you credit for signing him, but where's the defense been? What changes have been made to the Dolphin defense other than the loss of Brian Flores, who was an outstanding
I think
defensive
we're going to
coordinator,
score 30. How much points do
and
you
they're gonna
score?
and Buffalo scoring 30 or 37 points a game over the last 6 games. Tell me what's changed that's gonna change that dynamic. Other
Is
than the
that
Okay.
fact
factual?
the
Is that
offense is
factual?
going to be
37
better.
points
The
per
Dolphins'
game?
offense is going to be better.
That's not
Mark,
true.
is that factual? Mark, 37
Yeah,
points per
actually, it
game?
is.
Wow.
They, though that's you mean home games or you mean total
No, I
7?
mean the last. Okay, let's look over the last X number of games with the
Buffalo
Dolphins.
Bills,
3 games. Okay,
2021,
3 games.
28.4.
Okay, three
Okay.
games of Tua. The last 3 games of Tua, 26 to
Oh,
11,
oh, oh, oh,
35 to
yes.
nothing,
Yes. No, one of those
56
games he got
56
knocked
to
out.
28 or 56 to 26.
One
So
of
the
those
last
games he
three
got
games
knocked out,
alone,
and one of those games Fitz played. Yes, fine. But the thing is,
Fitz didn't play in any of those games. That was Tua with broken ribs, and then Tua the full game by where I guess he got
no,
a finger
Jacoby.
injury
It wasn't
somewhere late in the game.
Jacoby.
It
It
was
was two
Jacoby because
broken ribs, then Jacoby.
Tua only played 2 series, got injured, and went. It was Jacoby who he went against.
But
Right.
the
So,
point that I'm making is the Buffalo offense scores against the Miami defense. They do.
okay.
So you're
Okay,
going to
fine.
have to score
O-
34 to win, in my
Now,
opinion.
okay. Okay, now, fine. When we score 30, how much do you think you will score? That's a easy answer.
Buffalo's going to score 35 to
Week 3,
37.
week 3 I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 35 to 37 points because nothing has changed.
Okay, fine. I'll say this. I don't
Buffalo
know
has more
what
weapons and a new offensive and their offensive coordinator was their quarterbacks coach. So nothing, and they're diversifying their offense. So
I
the thing that's going to make the Dolphins difference is going to be the ability to control the football, and you control the football, and you keep Josh Allen on the bench. That's how you win.
we won't be
If
able to
you think
keep
you're going to
Josh
win a
out. See, the
shootout with
thing
Josh
is,
Allen
this is
versus
why,
Tua, that's not
Miss
going to happen.
Phins, this
Hmm.
is why I think McDaniel jugged Chris Greer. Look, man, go get me Tyreek because no other team has this, right? So go get me Tyreek, and then I'll be able to run my offense. Think about that, Miss Phins. I don't think Mark understands this.
I do
Um,
No, I
understand
get
it.
I get what you're saying here.
when I say you can't play single high and you can't play seven in the box or eight in the box, no team has seen us yet. They've seen Skylar. We're not
We're not
showing
showing.
anything.
Of course, we're not gonna show what we have. Come on, man.
So,
We
like I
can't.
said, some you know who's going to be skating backwards on ice skates week one? The first team we play, and the first divisional team we're going to play is Buffalo. They're not going to have any eye there because we're not going to show anything week one to two. Week three is where when we're taking out all the tricks because by that point we would have already I think gotten into our playbook a bit, and I think Tua is gonna get hyped up by Tyreek to show off in that game. In fact, I think every big game Tyreek is gonna hype Tua up because and not that that's gonna make a big a difference. I just think that big games Tyreek is gonna make us hate Buffalo even more.
Well,
That's the
well, this is
kind.
the thing.
Which has nothing to do with players on the field. And I'd be a lot more
Not
concerned.
really.
I'm not concerned
Mark,
about
give
the
me a second
Patriots,
here.
but I'm
Give me
concerned
a
about
second.
Baltimore.
Mark, give me a second here. This is the thing. Tyreek has been the one thing that has killed the Buffalo Bills. And what did we bring here? The one thing that has killed the Buffalo Bills.
Tyree,
Right now, Mike McDaniel. Now let me finish, Mark. Mike McDaniel on purpose, and also to Greer. We gotta give him. We gotta give him. Because to be fair, I mean they were working on this like 2 weeks after um, uh, uh, the off season started, and look right now that is our secret weapon. Not that it's secret, but you guys don't have, even though you guys were number one in defense last year, Bills do not have the defense to stop two Tyreeks, which is exactly what we have. We have Waddle, we have Tyreek. On top of that, too, you may not say that they're not super quality bell cow um, running backs, fine, because we're running back committee anyways. But even the running backs that we do have, they're still serviceable and they're still going to be able to go ahead and go after um, and get us yardage, which is what we need. And on top of that, too, listen, whether you like it or not, Kasicki will be eating. Our tight ends will be eating in that middle.
And watch
So
this. This is the
this is the team that you're gonna have to face, and us scoring 35 with the defense we have, even though you claim and you say, which is facts, last year you guys averaged what 45 yards, 45 points a game or whatever. Okay, fine, but at the end of the day, this is a different team because we didn't have the offense that we have this year, which is what we were missing. And you remember when we actually stopped you guys and y'all only had 3 points all the way up to the middle of the third quarter, and that's when you guys started scoring. So don't come out here and say that our defense is not good enough to go ahead and stop you because we stopped you. We were stopping you. But it's just that, I mean, again, when you don't have the offense to complement the defense, you're going to have that issue and they're going to get tired. So I don't blame the defense at that point. But this team now is a balanced team, and you guys haven't seen a balanced defense, a balanced Dolphins team, and you haven't gone against that. So this is a year where you're gonna have to deal with that.
and
I,
I think
I agree with some of your points, Ms. Phins. I think they're well stated. But the critical thing. Well, let's talk about Tyreek, and we talked about the Tyreek effect against Buffalo last year. I want to talk about the first game in Kansas City that they played during the season. Are you familiar at all with that game?
To be honest with you, I can't even remember.
Okay, Buffalo went into Kansas City and beat them 38-20. And when Tre'Davious White was in the lineup, Tyreek Hill got 5 catches for 41 yards. Tre'Davious White is back. He's starting week one. So I don't feel. And in the playoff game, was Tre'Davious White available for Buffalo? Do you remember?
I think he was injured, if I'm not mistaken.
He was injured. He was out. Tyreek
Okay.
made the play against Levi Wallace. Levi Wallace is currently in Pittsburgh, ruining their secondary.
But I don't think you heard me when I said we have two Tyreeks, Mark. We don't just have Tyreek. We have Tyreek and Tyreek Jr. That's the difference. And on top of that, too,
Okay,
no,
Kansas
on
City
top of
had
that,
Tyreek,
too, listen,
Hardman,
No,
Pringle,
no,
Robinson.
no. When you have two players who have extremely similar type of playability, I don't really know what to call it, if you will. Um, you essentially have two copies of the same player, and that's Waddle and that's Tyreek. One's just happened to be younger, the other one happened to have experience. You guys, when you did play that first against Kansas City, you had one player. Okay, fine, he did okay with Tyreek. Okay, but you can't do that with two Tyreeks. It's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not gonna double or triple Tyreek. You're also not gonna do single high like Sharif was saying earlier either, because you're gonna get murdered. And this is what I'm talking about. And on top
Miss
of that, too,
Phins,
you
I
go
just
ahead.
don't know what to tell him because okay, I formation. Let's run a play.
Okay,
I
let's run a play.
He
formation.
kills. That is
X
true, California.
Y Tyreek Waddle Gesicki. I formation. That means Engel and Edmonds, right? Now, who you going? What are you gonna do? You're gonna use a shell, your dime package with six defensive backs. You're gonna go in a nickel, two linebackers, five defensive backs. You're gonna go in 4-3. Are you gonna be
Buffalo plays a 4-2-5. Taron
so
Johnson's the slot.
you're gonna
Tre'Davious White's at one corner. It looks like Kyer Elam is going to be at the other corner.
so you're
They
gonna be dumb
they can
enough to
hold it. They've got Milano and Edmonds who take up space, especially Edmonds who's six
so you're
five.
gonna rob. So you're
In
gonna
the
plan to
middle.
rob two wide receivers and leave Gasecki wide open up the seam.
Yeah,
They're
and
not going to
see,
leave Gasecki wide open up the
Pick your
seam. They're
poison,
going to, and
sir.
they also have the best safeties in the league in Hyde and Poyer.
But sir, that's one
here's
on one. Tua floats it over his head. Gasecki catches that over his
I think
head.
he's going to be a mismatch with any
Except
of their
Edmonds is bigger than
safeties.
Gasecki is.
So okay, so you're gonna bracket Tyreek and Waddle. Okay, you double covered them. The seam is open for Gasicki.
No,
If you double
how is the
cover
team open
Gasicki,
with Gasecki when you have Edmonds and Milano out there?
that's what I'm saying. So if you double Gasecki,
They're
all
not going to
Tyreek
double
does is
Gasecki.
eat on his curls.
They're
That's
too
all
high
he does is
shell. They're
eat
going to.
on a curl. And if you do that to Tyreek, then Waddle eats on a slant. And if you do that, let's say you do it well enough, Edmonds eats out the backfield. Engel eats wide open because no one is defending him. You have to defend the receiving
Assuming
fullback.
Tua has time to throw against Von Miller, Ed Oliver, Tim
And that's
Settle, and
that's
Greg
assuming
Rousseau.
you bust
Does he
past
have the time
Teron
to throw?
Armstead. And that's assuming when we run to the left side, you can stop Teron. See, that's what I'm talking about. What you're seeing now, you're assuming Skylar Thompson's team will be dominated.
Mm,
Nobody has
that's
seen
true.
us play. Only Tampa. They've seen us play in second day. They've seen the starters. Tampa Bay has seen the starters in practice, not even in the game. Now,
I'm not okay. I'm not Sharif.
so
I'm not saying that you're not going to score points because
no,
good teams
no. What I'm
with great
saying
weapons are
is,
going to score
I want you
points.
to think about what you're going to do, Buffalo, in a defensive formation versus I
Chip
formation.
killer.
You can't.
Just
What you're
hold
gonna do? You're going to get eat anyway. Take away any one, someone eats. You understand? See, this is not Garoppolo missing Emmanuel's in the Super Bowl. This is Tua striking you deep. You realize
Okay,
that?
and I now let's counter. When Buffalo's on offense, and what are you going to do when you have to stop Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Singletary or Cook, and Dawson Knox, and Isaiah McKenzie? What are you going to do? How are the Dolphins going to
I
stop
think.
that with a
I think
Josh
once
Allen
we have a lead,
and now a
Mark.
very solid front offensive line?
You know what I noticed with our Miss Finch. Did you remember 2 years ago we started off with a 20-0 lead by halftime, and then we were arguing why is Gailey shutting it down? You remember that?
That
Remember
was
that was
Tua's
one of our
first year.
biggest arguments 2 years ago. Why is Gailey shutting it down?
Against
Yeah.
who?
And you remember, so now we have the same questions asked this year. Why? And guess what? McDaniel is not going to shut it down. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to run the ball anyway. That means he's going to run his offense, and we're going to run successfully in the first place and continue running. That mean, you know what that means? That means he's not going to slow the game down, make speed the game up by run, punt. We're running
And this
our
is another thing too, Sheree, just to add to what you're saying. You're assuming that what we saw out in San Francisco is what he's going to be running here. We have a general understanding of what McDaniel is going to be doing, but it's not going to be a guarantee that that's going to be what do you call it? It's going to be the exact same cookie cutter offense
I'll
either
use it
because
this
we
way,
have
Miss
different
Phins.
players.
I'll use it this way. McDaniel was asked, "Can you make Waddle be like a Debo?" And his answer was, "We're gonna make Waddle be Waddle." And so he's never had Tyreek and Waddle. He's had Debo
And this
and
is why I said that.
and Ayuk. Dude, do you know what gifts you just gave McDaniel? You and let's say McDaniel had Waddle and Tyreek with the San Francisco team with Juszczyk and the Pro Bowl tight end. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a better game out of Gasecki. We're gonna get a better game. Engel is the second best fullback in the NFL, sir. He's leap years above Rob Conrad and Lusaka Polite. He's leap years above them. He can pass, catch, and block. So my point is, with he had Ayuk and Debo. Nobody had speed. Nobody can break the top open. You got literally six people on this team who runs a 4-3. We have the fastest three people in the NFL on this team, sir.
And we also have
It's-
one of the fastest tight ends too. Just saying. I mean, y'all want to say what you want to say, but he did run a 4.54,
So you've given
being a
McDaniel,
huge guy.
you basically made it illegal for McDaniel. It was illegal to get Tyreek. That was an illegal. That's like
It,
getting
exactly.
LeBron.
The speed will kill this team, any defense. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, maybe the Bills were good for that particular offense, but this offense is different. And when you're doubling and tripling up in the speed, and you have
Think of
two
this, right?
Tyreeks, come on.
Do you have to go to Emmanuel in the Super Bowl if you have Tyreek and Waddle? You don't have to go to to Emmanuel and miss him deep, right? San Francisco had that game with Waddle and Tyreek there. We have a lead, just like San Francisco had the lead and could and then lost the lead. We're gonna continue keeping that lead and run down your throat with Tyreek because the one thing that I know Waddle is working on is his blocking. Tyreek can block. So
And so
and
is
what
Gasicki working on that as well. So,
yes, Gasicki actually blocked on a couple of that play where Gaskins went up the sideline.
hmm
I think it was Hunter Long on that play. But
no, he
Gasecki
had a couple blocks in line actually.
yeah, I saw him went in there fighting. I was like,
Hey,
look at Miss
listen, it
Finn's
may
tight
not
end.
look pretty,
That's Miss
but he
Finn's
was
tight
never
end right
asked to
there.
do it. Exactly. He was never asked to do this before. So you can't expect him to be elite in something he's never been asked to do before. You know what I mean? But at least, hey, he's doing it. He's putting his body in there and he knows he's going to eat. And I'm pretty sure that Mike McDaniel already told him what he wants, why he wants him to do that. Because he's going to make him into a Pro Bowler. I'm telling you, this Gesicki in any other team would have been a Pro Bowler last 2 years. And put it in this type of offense, they're showing him what to do now with Embry. I'm glad that we got him as a coach. Okay. And on top of that, too, guys, we now have Waddle, Tyreek, Cedric. That's just wide receivers. You put in Gesicki, put in Mostert, put in Chase. This offense is so heavy and fast that there's nobody that will be able to take over this. There's no defense that can stop except the Miami Dolphins defense. Good morning, Michelle. Welcome. Good morning. How you doing? Right now, Mike McDaniel is having his press conference, so I want to go ahead and show that real quick for you guys. But listen, this is gonna be insane. This is not the same Miami Dolphins, Mark, that you guys have seen. I'm just saying, it's not the same Miami Dolphins. So I personally don't feel like it's gonna be the same thing of how the blowouts and all of that. If anything, actually, this is gonna be, like I said before, the most balanced team you guys have seen, and I don't know if you guys have the team to go against us this year. And the one game we can steal out of the two is going to be week 3 because we're gonna be at home. They're only gonna have two games really of
Is that
actual
our first home
gameplay.
game as Phins?
No, our first home game is actually week 1 against the Patriots. So we're at home week 1 against
Oh
the Patriots.
boy.
We're away week 2 against the Baltimore, and then we're back home against the Bills.
Oh
They're only
my
gonna have
God.
2 games. And did you hear in his last press conference that it's all week by week? It's all scheme by scheme. So it's not gonna be like, oh, it's gonna what do you call it? It's not gonna be like you're gonna see the same offense each every week, which obviously you scheme for each opponent, but with the way that this guy's doing and the way that he's scheming these players open, guys, it's gonna eat. Now, real quick, I want to take a second. Michelle, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday! I'm so
Happy
happy for you.
birthday.
Absolutely. Happy birthday. Happy your birthday. I hope you have it. My birthday is in 29 days. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
There you go. Thanks, guys. Happy birthday to our Dolphins, too. Was it today that they actually got it? I know it was 1966. But if it was today, that's super dope. Just saying. But yeah, I don't know. Mark, what do you have to say the fact that you have to deal with now a balanced Miami Dolphins? Mark, you still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I love the fact that I think one thing is gonna stay. The play action rollout every game. And the play action is gonna stay there. The I formation, weak side, strong side, that is gonna be every game. Now, he will put in the three wide and the single back some games, but I think the mentality of this team, like I said, when I looked at Brian Baldinger, he spoke about implementing a system. He spoke about it. And like I said, what it highlighted is Ethan Carthon is trash at fullback. But that was the second teamers. But at least you see the system being implemented. And what I like is everyone knew their keys. And this is what the Pro Bowl middle linebacker for Tampa Bay talked about. He said, "What is Miami's going to help us in that Saturday night game because we're going to have to stick to our keys, our codes, our numbers, rollouts after snap. Because what they do is we're physical as an offensive line, even on passing downs. Because in a play action fake, you fire off the ball as opposed to stepping back in pass protection. So you really don't know what we're gonna do. And the
The
offensive linemen know never to go 2 yards downfield to make an illegal lineman downfield. So we're that disciplined to that as well. I think that system is going to stay every game, but I think they're going to change the offense week to week according to who we play. So it's a little of Flores, what Flores did, change the offense week to week. Um, and like I said, the Gailey factor where we were pissed at Gailey for shutting down the offense and running the ball 3 and out in the second half.
oh
I
God,
don't think you're
yeah.
gonna get that with McDaniel. If we got a 20-0 lead on you with 3 sacks and already pressuring you with sending zero, because we're an opportunistic defense. We know we're not letting anything over the top. This is why we will do more zero blitzes as opposed to less when we have a lead. It's gonna be fun for Jalen Phillips when we have a lead. And that's the thing. You
Oh, I
give
think he's gonna get 15 sacks this year, in my
you give
opinion.
McDaniel magic tools to give the Dolphins a lead, like Gailey did, and we have the defense to. Because guess what? If you want to match Tyreek's volume in Miami, the defense can take Tyreek over. Whatever Tyreek has done for the Miami city, the defense can take that over. All it has to do is Xavier gets a couple of touchdowns, couple of picks, couple of sack fumbles, return scores, and the defense will control this whole Miami. We won't even
Man,
care
I
about
didn't
Tua.
even, I
We
didn't
won't
even,
even
I
care
didn't
about
even
Tua.
mention. I talked about the offense. I didn't even mention the defense scoring. That's how much, how crazy this team is
Listen,
gonna be. Like,
the the volume that Tyreek has brought, with a couple of with a touchdown lead and this defense screaming on quarterback. And think of this. We had seven backup quarterbacks we faced, and a lot of people attributed our wins down the stretch to that. But I'm telling you, it is what it is. If we get that same seven backup quarterbacks this year, oh, oh, Miss
If Tua
Vince,
just does as good as he did in those good games that he had, we're going to the AFC Championship.
they don't
I
want to
mean,
give us seven backup quarterbacks, Mark. I'm telling you that right now. With the offense we have, they don't want to give us seven backup quarterbacks like last year. And I think I would love to see Christian Wilkins take that leap. This is oh, Miss Fins, I wanted to talk about that and ask you. Maybe Mark could also say which couple of players do he see making a rise for Buffalo. But give me five players that you see in the third year because we watched this team grow, and I wanted
and
your take on this. Who are the five players that you think from year 1 to 3 will make that superstar leap? My own is Christian Wilkins. I'll let you think about a few on our team.
superstar leap. Honestly, I already mentioned him, Jalen Phillips. I think he had to work through some stuff. Obviously, initial injuries, some mental. But to me, Jalen Phillips, my God, I expect him to rise above. I think that going, I know this is technically going to be his year two, but the reason why I mentioned him is because I feel like he held himself back. This is going to be insane for him. This year's going to be insane for him. Um, as far as year three, guys, I think Emmanuel Ogba actually, at which I think this might be Ogba's fourth year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I think this is his fourth year in the NFL.
Yeah, this is going to be his fourth year. I think Ogba's gonna be another player that's gonna get up there too. You know what I mean? I feel like he's gonna really take that next step above that. I think he's progressed well. I like that, but I definitely think he's gonna be one of them. And another guy that people may not be really thinking about, I actually think Nick Needham is gonna take an extra step. And I'm talking all defense. I know I'm a defensive girl. You guys know this. But listen, Nick Needham, guys, what I love about seeing him is, first of all, not being, if, and I'm pretty sure he was undrafted, if I'm not mistaken. Um, to come from where he did and each year increase and get better every single year, that's something for me that makes me extremely happy because I love to see the development of players. And if we can, and people say that we don't develop players, I'm like, okay, sure. We do develop players. It's just that they end up going to other teams. That's our problem. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
That
Yes, I think. Wait,
my
is Needham? This will be Needham's fourth. I thought this would be Needham's third year.
This is Needham's third year. Did he come here in
This
2019?
no
I think
2019.
Flores' first year he was here.
2019. Yeah. So
So
this will
this is
be his third year.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. So
So yeah. So
yeah,
I feel like Nick Needham is definitely my other one. I can't honestly can't really. Jason Sanders. I think he's gonna back. And I mentioned this yesterday. He's gonna bounce back. He already bounced back, in my opinion. I saw consistently live in training camp, and I saw consistently in the joint practices, and also the preseason games. So to me, the best thing we could have gotten was a more stud because he needed a better holder, and that's what was the difference
I
for me.
think superstar level, and why I say in superstar level is because we drafted these players to be that in that high round. And so I think Christian Wilkins, we're going to see the same Christian Wilkins in Clemson, breaking through offensive linemen, getting into the backfield, doing backflips, and he was Clemson's fan favorite because of that. And I think you're seeing that now for us. I think he's going to take that superstar leap. And I think if he stays healthy, that carries him to Pro Bowl. Um, Jalen Phillips, I think next year he's going to take that leap. So for me, I'm not going to use him.
Okay.
Um, Gasecki, I think Gasecki can take that Pro Bowl leap. and be in the conversations with great tight ends because people will be afraid of Waddle and Tyree. I think a superstar leap would be boy, I forgot the kid's name.
Which one?
Eichenberg. Eichenberg will take a. I think Eichenberg could get to Pro Bowl this year. I've seen this what happened with Albert. You remember
Mm,
Albert? You remember Brandon Albert? You remember Jamie Nails was on the
Albert,
side
yeah.
of Brandon Albert, and Jamie Nails thrived because of that, and he got to Pro Bowl.
The veteran.
So I think I think Eichenberg can take that superstar step. That's my opinion. Because he's on the side of a Pro Bowler. Connor um, is going to help out a bit. I mean, benefit a bit too. Another superstar leap Tua. I think Tua is going to take a superstar. Nobody's looking at this. I mean, he has Tyreek and Waddle. I think he's going to take that 25 to 30 touchdown leap with pinpoint accuracy. His hip is back. That bone that connects the hip to the pelvis to
Hmm.
the foot, the leg the bone. I think all the torque and power, and you can see um, even tossing. They had a 50-yard toss off, and I think that each Skyler, Teddy, and Tua all throw like over 30 passes to 50 yards inside a small net. And so Tua
Yeah,
wasn't
I
able to
saw
do
it.
that. Tua wasn't able to do that 2 years ago, and
Hmm.
which why we thought he shouldn't have played week 7. He wasn't able to do that last year. Why is he doing it this year? It's because Proform knows he can do it, and Proform, his trainer, is allowing Tua to do that. So he's unleashing it, letting it loose, and let it pick a guy and let it fly, as Don Marino said. So Tua is my third superstar leap. I think my fourth one is uh I forgot that. You know what? Ogba. Brandon Jones.
Brandon Jones.
People
Okay.
are people are people are
Sleeping.
down on him and his coverage skills, but we're not asking him to do that. We're not asking him to play strong safety. We're asking him to come down in the box and be a Swiss blade. That's why he has more than 4 sacks. So if we can trust Xavier and Byron to play one on one, then we can let Javon Holland be single high, and then Brandon can come and help the linebackers out or be that mismatch blitzer. And so what we're asking Brandon to do will make him a Pro Bowler because strong safeties who get sacks, pressures, batted down, and interceptions, he's all over a strong. That's a strong safety who's all over the place. So for me, if Brandon stays and does what he does, which is blitz, help on run, stay down in the box, because our defense is opportunistic that way, and we are fortunate to have Byron and Xavier, I think that lifts Byron into Pro Bowl level spot if he gets like five sacks, 3 interceptions, strips, fumbles. That's Pro Bowl level by Brandon Jones, and I
Brandon Jones
expect.
can definitely. I could see that leap being taken next year. For what you're saying, especially with the fact that Javon Holland is already. You can see he's already in that trajectory for being a Pro Bowler. It's gonna help Brandon Jones become an even better player this year. And that's what you want to see, especially when you have young players too. And Michelle says, I like Brandon Jones. Him and Holland were on point last season. 1,000%
And
agree.
Brandon is cheating because he will get more tackles than other strong safeties because he's in the box. He will get more sacks. He will get more forced fumbles. He's cheating the Pro Bowl by being down in the box. Will he be successful? It's up to him. So my thing is Javon Holland is my fifth guy to take. So superstars, Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, um, Christian Wilkins, Mike Gesicki, and Tua to take that
Okay.
super. I think Jalen Waddle is already a superstar, uh,
Oh,
and Tyreek
yeah.
is already a superstar. So they're top freaking 100 players already. So I'm
Already,
talking
exactly.
about people who will make that leap. for us. Right?
I'm actually very interested when I hear from you. And Mark, you back?
Yeah, sorry, I had a business call I had to take.
Oh, okay, no worries, no worries. Um,
I just
what was I
wanted to
gonna say?
listen. I didn't want to say anything else because Sharif was talking, and I wanted to catch up on where you folks were at.
Yeah, no, 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 it's okay. I personally think that it's interesting that you say that Tua's gonna take that Pro Bowl year, and it's funny when I first got into actually watching YouTubers, it was like 3 years ago, before the 2020 draft, or right, yeah, right before the 2020 draft. I was more actually probably like 2019, and I remember hearing TD say that you know, most players are going to take 3 years to develop, and then, you can go ahead and kind of judge them. So, given that trajectory, being that this is their third year, I could see how Tua is going to be that third year guy, which he's always said. So, um, this right now, based on what we have and the type of offense that we have, and I think this is going to be the one that's going to assist them probably just as much, honestly, as before. The difference is that the players that we have around him are definitely a better quality players than we have from before. So I can see that third year, 2 years removed from that hip injury, that's gonna really be the difference maker for him. That injury really did hinder him and should have never played that first year. So interesting that you say Tua's gonna break out like that. Where do you and you know what? Where do you rank him though amongst QBs then, Sharif? Before you answer that question.
Well, I think Tua is going to be.
Where you think he's gonna end up? Where you think he's gonna end up?
I think he's. I don't think he's gonna get to the Pro Bowl. Um, I think he would get to the Pro Bowl if his team makes the playoffs, but I don't think his stats will ever be uh, Burrow or Herbert. I think.
I don't know what happened.
He left, but I can go ahead and interject. Let's
Go
go ahead
ahead.
and rank him within the AFC. Let's see what quarterbacks go. Let's go by division. Let's say which quarterbacks, as we go through division by division in AFC, are going to put up better numbers. And that doesn't mean they're going to be better quarterbacks. It just means they're going to put up better numbers because of the scheme. Okay, Josh Allen in Buffalo, Burrow in Cincinnati. I'm going to forget Watson because we don't know
He
what the
wasn't
heck's going to
playing,
happen
so
with him.
it's really not fair to put him in there.
Yeah. Okay. Neither Pittsburgh nor Baltimore. Lamar doesn't have the receivers on the roster to do anything. Plus, they're already banged up on the receiver core to begin with. Don't see anything in the NFC or AFC South. And then he'll be obviously he's not going to put up the numbers that Mahomes is going to put up, nor Carr, nor Wilson, nor Justin Herbert. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would rank two about seventh in the AFC.
Seventh in the AFC. Interestingly, that you say that because right now, Tua is being ranked 13th. This is according to CBS Sports. He's being
Well,
ranked
that's 13th. Is
13th.
that 13th overall?
No, in the AFC, just in the AFC.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, 13. They got him behind Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Matt Ryan, Ryan Tannenhill,
I
then
think he's a top
Derek
seven
Carr,
quarterback in the
Deshaun
AFC.
Watson, Lamar. Then they got Burrow. Then they got Russell. Then they got Herbert. Then they got Josh Allen. Then they got Patrick Mahomes at number one. So right
Are
now,
they looking at teams or are they? Such, who is Mac Jones going to throw to? Devontae Parker, who's going to be nursing a toe sprain. Please.
essentially, they got Tua as part of the worst QBs because if you think about it, Davis Mills 16, Zach Wilson 15. He's not playing. He's gonna be out for several weeks, and Kenny Pickett, who's just a rookie. So they essentially have him as, yeah, after all the starting quarterbacks, we're gonna go ahead and put Tua. That's essentially what it is. So
That's just flat
that's
out
ridiculous.
stupid.
And I mean, even he's done better than Trevor Lawrence, in my opinion.
Where,
And
where is David? Where is
playing
David Mills from Houston and all of that? Was Mills down in like the bottom three?
Mills is the last one, number 16 out of the 16. They got Mills 16, Zach Wilson 15, Kenny Pickett 14, and then Tua 13. Trevor Lawrence 12, Mac Jones 11, Ryan 10, Matt Ryan 10.
Oh, I just saw Matt Ryan in the Colts offense on Saturday for a quarter and a half, and they couldn't move the ball against Buffalo's second and third teamers. So that pretty much is everything you need to say about that. Ryan Tannehill, please.
Yeah, they got Tannehill ranked ninth right now.
Do they have Watson in that list?
They do have Watson, and they put Watson seventh.
See,
And
now
then,
the thing is, right? The red zone. I think Tua will eat in the red zone because the number one thing, like I said, if Tua gets 400 yards this season or 300 yards this season, that's 18 yards a game. So I would say even more than that. He probably get like 25 yards a game. Maybe that's 400 yards rushing. So that's the element that Garoppolo doesn't have. So two elements that Garoppolo doesn't have that Tua does. Tua is just as fast as Skylar Thompson running, and he's more accurate than Garoppolo. So two elements that Garoppolo did not have when they were in the Super Bowl. So I just want you guys to think, if McDaniel gets this kid in the Super Bowl, Tua is hitting that deep pass, and with with corruption in the pocket, Tua can get out just as fast as Skylar Thompson. So that's two things that Garoppolo. This is why I said you give McDaniel a little magic with Tyreek, Waddle, and Tua. You got the accurate guy who won't miss Emmanuel deep, and the guy who is athletic in Tua. It's
well,
it's over.
it's
It's
not even just
over,
that,
bro.
too. You're also giving Tua the opportunity. If you really think about it, just having, look at what he did with Waddle. Now having two Waddles, or essentially two Tyreeks, that speed, and he throws fast. This is exactly what's going to help him to boost himself. And
And second
honestly,
in the NFL in tight window throws. Tua
that
Tagovailoa.
that is
Let
true.
me let me
I
ask
mean,
you a
I saw
question,
some
Sharif, because I
zips.
think this has value. Waddle caught 100 passes last year, 102,
104.
104. Okay. How many would he have caught had you actually had a second and third receiving option? Maybe 65 to 70. There was no other option for Tua to go to. It was a lot of first read, quick RPO throws. Devontae Parker was injured half the year, constantly like he always is.
Hmm.
Albert Wilson, who's now I guess with the Vikings, he was there. I mean, where was the second option? Where was the third
The
option?
speedy wide receiver we got from the Texans. I glad I forgot his name because I hate him. He never played a down, and he was supposed to be our speed threat for Tua.
Oh well,
Um,
of course, yeah, that was the $10 million that was kind of peed
I think
away with
Flores hated
Oh,
him for that.
Will Fuller.
Will
Yeah,
Fuller.
Will Fuller. Yeah. And so we were down to Matt
Wait,
Collins and
Yeah.
freaking
So
Bowden got
what
hurt.
I'm saying is
We
how
were
much
down to
what
Isaiah
Isaiah
Ford. We
Ford.
were down
You
to
think we
Isaiah
can win
Ford.
with Isaiah Ford and Matt Collins? Really?
No.
so
No.
what I'm saying is how many catches would have Jalen Waddle caught had there been a functional receiver group? Maybe 65, maybe 70.
Yeah,
So
depending,
we're
because if he's a
overrating that
first read, he'll
104
probably
catch
get like
performance
80.
based on the fact there's nobody else to throw to.
Yeah, but you also have to think about it. And yes, Michelle, that was a waste of $10 million. My God. But if you also have to think about it this way, he would have been his first read anyways, because they already have that continuity between each other, playing years in Alabama. So regardless, he would have still been the first option. I think maybe not over 100, but he could have gotten like 80, 85. And even then, look, I mean, you want to take away from that, Gesicki still has 73 receptions. Between the two of them, they had 180 receptions essentially.
What you
So
have to look at, Miss Finns, is when you're evaluating where an offense is going to be, you have to base it on targets. So I firmly believe that one of the things that Tyreek is going to do is he is going to demand his touches. He's going to demand his targets because that's part of the reason he's out of Kansas City. He was complaining about I'm not being targeted enough, and when he was targeted, please remember his yards per. What you remember what Tyreek's yards per catch was last year?
Tyrese Yak.
No, not Yak. His yards per catch YPC
Oh,
11.5. He averaged 11.5 yards per catch because what teams did is they went to the too high shell zone on Kansas City. Mahomes had to refigure out how they were going to manipulate the offense because they literally took Tyreek out of the game, and they had to they were focusing on Kelsey, and then of course they had some nice little options with Robinson, Pringle, and Nicole Hardman. They weren't great options, but they were options.
We're not running three wide and shotgun though. We're not an air it out team. And that I think what people are thinking that we're gonna do is have Cedric Wilson out there for three plays. The physical blockers are Waddle and Tyree. That's X and Y in an I formation. Those are the guys blocking. And it's gonna be Gasecki or Hunter Long or Smythe as a one tight end blocking. Now you're who's there to help the offensive lineman block? Ingold.
If Ingles then
It's
you're
not
going to
an air
play
it out
either Gasecki
Kansas
at
City
tight end or
team.
Smythe at tight end,
Now,
and with a running back, or you could go to a single back offense with Ingold as the only running back, giving
no,
you
we're not
Cedric
doing
Wilson
that.
and
That
Gasecki as an
no,
option.
that's an imagination. I'm telling you what I've seen McDaniel do with Juszczyk. Juszczyk is either strong side or weak side in the front of Mostert. That's a fullback. It's not single. He doesn't do that. Flores did that. That's why he kept eight tight ends. We're not doing that. But the thing what we're doing is we're making you decide who's going to be the weapon on each play because the play action, we're not even going to run. We're not running to fake you out. We're not setting up nothing for fourth quarter. We're play action. We're going to do play action fake anyway. We're just going to play action fake anyway. And then we're going to look at the film, see what you bet on, and do. Didn't you notice that the last play of the first half, touchdown? The first play of the second half was the same play to Bowden? That's because they didn't adjust.
I
The
throw out
first play
all
of the second half
preseason
was the same
statistics
play
that
to
they mean
Bowden.
nothing.
But the thing is, it's up to what you do. So they still wanted to crunch down on the run over the top of the linebackers in front of the safety Bowden catch. First play of the second
Okay,
half.
Morning,
Because
Sharif.
they
Bobby.
did
I have to keep addressing the fact that nothing in preseason has any merit except individual
no, what I'm
performance
saying is the
against
options
competition. It doesn't mean anything. No
what
scheme, nothing being shown. It's just straight vanilla again with backups against backups. So it doesn't mean
mm,
anything.
I understand, Mark, but do you know that even with five wide receivers on an I formation, you have more receiving options? A lot of people don't know that. You not only have Tyreek and Waddle, you have Engel, Edmonds, and Gasecki.
Yes, I
Count them,
understand that.
and so that's more weapons. So with a five wide, you actually have less weapons than an I formation because Engel can catch on the backfield, Edmonds can catch on the backfield, Gasecki, Tyreek, and Waddle.
That's right. And you know
So
what you're describing?
and with the
I don't
play
know how
action
old you are,
fake,
Sharif,
with the play
because
action fake,
I'm
and you
64.
sucking in
I just want to let me
linebackers.
just
Oh, hold on, Mark. With the play action fake and you sucking in linebackers, it's not like a five wide where you have six dime package. You're
Mhm.
sucking in linebackers and you don't know who the five weapons would be out of that play action.
And you know
That's
what?
what.
Real quick, Sharif. Finstock Network here. Bobby from Finstock. Go check him out. Amazing content. He makes a good point here. Engel is going to be a big part of the offense this season. Dark horse MVP for the Miami this season. And I feel like that's what you're trying to get at. Not necessarily the MVP of the team. People, relax. But I think he is going to be a huge part of it too. So I agree with it. And I think that's what you're kind of saying here, Sharice, that exactly with Ingle, the way that we're gonna be utilizing him, in addition to what you just mentioned, Waddle, Tyreek, Cedric, Mostert. Gasecki, obviously, Ingle is going to play a huge part too. And this is where, just to go back to what I was saying earlier. Listen, right now, Mark, you guys have never dealt with a balanced Miami Dolphins. And that's what you're getting right now with this new team. The defense is already set, which can stop you or at least slow you down enough. But we've never had the offense to be able to go ahead and match our defense. That's what we got to do. Having that balanced attack, it's what's going to help. It's what's going to make it happen.
Of
So
course, it's going to help. I just want to. I don't know how old Sharif is. I know you're young because I can see your picture, but this is nothing new from an offensive creation standpoint. You know where this offense that you're talking about started, Sharif? Do you have any idea?
Buffalo.
No.
No, I just
Oakland,
what God, the coach
1963. Al
was.
Davis,
Yeah, I
when
know,
he had
I know.
Hubert
Don't tell
Dixon
me.
and Billy Cannon and a couple of other receivers. They were Al Davis was the first one that actually devised that a field is well. Actually, he along with Sid Gilman defined that
How
a
old are
football
you,
field is
Mark?
100 yards long and 53 and a half yards wide,
Do you
and you
know who
want to use
started?
every blade of grass
Do you
to
know who
be able to
started this
generate
West Coast
throws.
offense?
Pardon?
Do you know who started this West Coast offense? I'm talking about the strong side formation or weak side with fullback. I'll
Well,
give you a hint.
Bill Walsh evolved the offense, but what you're talking about is what the old
You're getting
'63
close.
Oakland Raider offense
But
was.
I would say it was a coach who only can see black and white. He was actually he couldn't see color, and his name is George Seifert. He coached San Francisco in the Super
George
Bowl
Seifert didn't
years.
start that offense. That was
Bill
he
Walsh.
maintained the Bill Walsh
Yeah,
offense.
yeah,
Bill
but that's
Walsh's
what I said.
offense
You're getting
always
close.
used the fullback
But
and they used a running back with
but
wide
who?
receivers.
But
That's
yeah, but Montana could not run it. Is my point.
what
Steve Young ran it to
are
the
you
T.
crazy? Montana has 4 Super Bowls.
No, Steve Young ran it perfectly. Is my point because he was a running quarterback. That's my point. Um,
So
the
yeah,
thing,
so you're trying to compare Tua to Steve Young.
no, no. What I'm saying
I
is,
don't think
okay.
anybody's making
I'll
that
say this.
that,
I'll say
that
this.
comparison.
You know what the conflict with Jimmy Johnson was with Marino? If you gave Jimmy Johnson Tua Tagovailoa with that offense, he does better. We went to playoffs every year with Jimmy, except one year. And the thing about it is, um, that's an easy way of putting it. But with Tua, I think you get the elements of running back with with the healthy hip, and I think you got the
Tua's
accuracy.
not going to be a running back. He's averaged 1.3 yards per carry in his career. Look at the stats.
Tua,
No
Yes, his
one's
hip is
expecting
better now,
Tua
but
to out here and
he
run
is not a running
45
threat. He is
yards.
not Steve Young. He is not Patrick Mahomes. He
Wait
is
a minute,
not
Mark.
Lamar
Mark.
Jackson. He is
Obviously,
not.
Mark, he is a third year quarterback. First of all, coming from a career
Mark doesn't
ending
know our
hip
offense.
injury. Like, come on, man. You can,
I know what
first
your
of all,
offense wants to
com-
be.
comparing him to any other QB, first of all, it's already unfair with the fact knowing that um he's had to deal with what he has to deal with physically, just talking physically wise. So no, and like I said before, at the end of the day, this offense, it's not even going to be what the 49ers ran 100% because Mike McDaniel knows he's not trying to telegraph what he's going to have here. It may be the base of what they had over there at 49ers, but it's not going to be 100% what it was
Right.
over there.
And
No, it's going to be
Oh,
different
right.
listen, on
because
top of that
the
too.
Dolphins have more speed
Well,
than San
not even
Francisco
This
just
is what
that.
has.
I'm
It's
trying to tell you, Mark.
the
George,
personnel is the difference.
and this is
But
what I'm trying to
what
tell
I was
Mark.
trying
When
to
you
say
look at what
earlier,
George Seifert, real quick, Mark. Would you look at George Seifert? He had Jerry Rice and Taylor, speed guys, right? So Tyreek, Waddle, Steve Young ran with that receiving core. Tua is running with this receiving core, running it to a T. That's why I tell you, George Seifert ran it to a T. Mike McDaniel is running the same damn thing. You're telling me if I know of course I know what I'm running, and of course it just didn't come out. It's nothing new, but it didn't have Tyreek and Waddle, so it will be ran to a T. You agree?
Well, I would agree.
It will
I
be
would
ran
agree
to a
on.
T. You
I
have
would
an
agree
athletic
conceptually.
quarterback. You have
Conceptually, I agree with you.
okay. That's all
But
I'm
in
saying.
practicality, you don't have San Francisco's Super Bowl offensive line.
No,
And
we
if you
don't
don't
have
have an
Mike
offensive
Mamula.
line
We don't
and you
have
have
Harris
holes in
Barton.
the offensive
We don't
line,
have Ken
you're
Norton
not going to
Jr.
be able to execute.
Right. We do. So we. I know. I remember Harris Barton and Mike Mamula. I remember those. Dude, they
Mike
had
Mamula was a defensive
maulers.
end for the Eagles, Sharif.
Hmm?
Mike Mamula was a defensive lineman with the Eagles who got bumped
Um,
up in the draft because of his
I forgot.
combine.
I think, but one of them was Harris Barton. The
Harris Barton
other,
was the tackle on that offensive line.
yeah, Harris Barton was a, and they had maulers on that George Seifert offensive line. So I think this year that's our Teron Armstead. That's our corner. That's going to be our hunt. And all we need Eichenberg, who I think will make that jump to superstardom level. I think
Oh,
he will
please.
simply eat because if let's just say 95% of the time or 90% of the time, Armstead swallows this guy up. Successful block. You know what Eichenberg is gonna do? Eat. That's why I say he's gonna make the jump to super. If you guys know film and you know how football works, the guy on the side of Brandon Albert, who is Jamie Nails, went to Pro Bowl. Jamie Nails got success because of Brandon Albert. Mark Dixon, right guard, on the side of I think who was on the right tackle. Mark Dixon was a very good right guard because he was on the side of a great right tackle. So people will eat because they're on the side of great players. So to me, um, 95% of the time, Armstead eats up on that left side. Eichenberg is gonna freaking eat, and it is what it is.
He's definitely going to
Well,
develop more. That typically happens whenever you have. I mean, if we were to, which I don't think we will at this point, but you never know. If we rank Connor Williams really as center, and we have Teron at a left tackle, and then have Liam be that left guard, having those two veterans next to him, they're gonna tell him what to do. They're gonna show him what to do. That's gonna speed up his development. Which I did say this once we got to Ron, it's gonna help out this offensive line, and then Connor obviously is gonna help out this offensive line. But either way, him having that experience between those two, those veterans, that could be what sets him apart and actually propels him to what, to your point, Sharif, into that stardom, if you will, where he could be a solid guard for us, or even a. I mean, to be honest with you, let's say Toronto goes down, he might be
And think of this:
backup left
if
tackle. He
if
might
you
be
Austin
can't put him.
Jackson,
You
left
cannot put
tackle.
Liam at tackle because he's got really, really, really
I
short
get his
arms.
little T Rex arms. Fine, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if we need somebody and we don't got nobody else and we can't move Austin Jackson because he's here the right tackle, we're going to need somebody else. And it's not going to be Solomon Kinley.
I think
So it's
I
going to
think
be.
Austin Jackson is going to be fine. And one key note I want to say about our offensive linemen: I think only one of them showed up to Terran Armstead Masterminds offensive line off season. Austin Jackson showed up to Masterminds. And guess who's going to go to Masterminds next year? All of the linemen. And you know where these linemen would, they probably would end up with positions in the Mastermind Association. These guys are never going to leave the classroom with Armstead. And guess who runs Mastermind offensive lineman NFL offseason? Teron Armstead.
Oh,
He runs that whole thing. So this, I haven't even thrown that in. And guys, these fellas are gonna eat because Teron's teaching them. And he makes
oh my
money
God.
off teaching offensive linemen in the offseason, Teron Armstead. He makes money off teaching these guys. So leverage, pad level, uh, chipping off a guy with the right arm or the left, pinning in, all of that stuff. Tai Chi. This guy is gonna teach them the works. I'm laughing. They're gonna
Get
be
out of here.
pirouette everything.
What I really expect though for this offensive line is those five offensive line coaches that I was told is going to unlock this offensive line. I need them to step up too. because my eyes are on these coaches as well. I am tired of being told that we have all these amazing offensive coaches. Okay, put your money where your mouth is because I expect them to take the same exact offensive line and make them better. Because at the end of the day, then what was the point of us getting them? I mean, if you're telling me they're gonna unlock, Sharif, unlock these players, then they better be unlocking this offensive line. But yeah, I agree. Tehran will make that huge difference, and I think one of the ones that are gonna benefit the most will be Liam, especially if he's sandwiched between uh Connor and Tehran. That's gonna probably be
What I what I want to
the decision
mention
for him.
too is that Tua is not like uh the kid from Florida, Tebow.
Oh, Tim
Tebow
Tebow,
love his religion, and he's a good boy. He's a great kid,
nothing
great
wrong with that.
personality,
Absolutely.
and he has charisma to make you laugh and all of that stuff. But he took on the TV level of it. He wanted the commercials. He wanted the
I
mic in
mean,
the
he
front
had
of his face.
distractions, is what you're saying.
Right. He
He just
want
had
right.
distractions.
And so Tua is gonna be a. He said this already. Not because I'm humble, don't mean I want to kill you, and I don't want to kill you inside. I want to destroy you as a dolphin inside, but I'm humble on the outside. He doesn't want the microphone, the TV, the Saturday college football, and he's representing Alabama. Tua doesn't want all of that, and Tua doesn't want none of it. So he's going to continue to kill you and strip your soul, but he wants to stay in the background, and that's what I like the difference of Tebow and Tua.
We'll
They're not
see.
even comparable as quarterbacks. Tebow had a really, really long delivery and was prone to be sacked and prone to, turn into a mess.
No,
And
I'm
his
talking about
accuracy was horrific.
polarization and being enamored. Everybody is polarized and enamored with Tebow, but Tebow wanted the TV. He wanted the mic. Tua
Essentially,
is
he wanted
polarizing, and
the
Tua can be enamored too. But he is
yeah,
quiet, and he's gonna kill you quietly.
kill him
That's
with
what I mean.
well, yeah, the silent killer, right? That's what they call him. But I mean, honestly, this is the year that Tua has to utilize all his weapons. I don't expect him to play like last year. I expect him to be better than last year because this receiving core is better than last year's. It's an actual receiving core, barring, and let me knock on some serious wood, some whatevers. I don't even want to say it. You don't know what I'm trying to say. That may remove some players. Knocking on wood. This is it, man. Tua needs to go ahead and take that leap and make it
And
happen
remember
because he
now,
can.
we already got this for Buffalo guys in the comments. Didn't that defensive back said that Tua throws 2 yard passes?
Oh, that 2 yard Tua. Yeah, I
Oh
remember that.
man, don't think we remember that. Oh, we write that down. We wrote that down, boy. Mark, we
I
wrote
didn't
that
say that.
down.
I
No, not you, not you.
We're
No.
gonna throw 5 touchdowns for 2 yards, just intentionally. I bet you Tua is gonna throw five two
Just to
yard
be
passes for
petty.
touchdowns. Probably right on him. And
so
we're
let me
Silent
ask a very,
assassin. Yep,
very
get
valid
y'all.
question, because this is the question. You've got an improved football team. You got all new running backs. You got speed all over the place. You got Tyreek, who supposedly is the biggest threat in the NFL. So, what are your if Tua throws? Let's just say Tua improves, and he goes from and he plays 15
he's
games. Let's say
afraid,
he plays
Miss
15
Vince.
games.
He's afraid of the bad man.
Yeah, please.
I
Now
can't.
Give
he's
me a break.
backtracking now.
I
I'm
Oh,
can't
talking
give
with
him
you.
football.
Mark.
You're talking
Let's
dribble.
welcome Batman into the building. How you doing, Batman?
Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing, Miss Vince? Who's on here? Is
Good
it
morning.
Mark
Good
and
We
Good
morning.
got
Sharif?
morning,
Sharif and Mark
Mr.
in here
Batman.
too.
What's going on, gentlemen? How's everything doing? And ladies, how you guys doing today? How do you feel
We're
about these
good.
roster cuts?
Deadman, nothing. Tino Oliver, the what there was a defensive lineman cut. They put Shaheen on injury reserve, so they're stuck with him, and he's going to be on their cap because of the injury situation. I'm surprised they didn't do anything with Trill yet, but I guess they're waiting for for him to get his surgery, and he'll be on the 85 to 80 cut.
Well, they already announced yesterday he was placed on injured reserve.
Okay, maybe that's why they only made 4 moves. Okay, then that makes sense.
Because they signed the tackle yesterday and Williams, and so Trill went on reserve, Shaheen went on reserve, so they technically needed to cut. They needed to
Yeah, because
cut
they had
four.
Mackenzie Alexander too. So
Right, right. Guys, Mackenzie and Nick Scott, I believe, the defensive tackle. So they had to cut with Shaheem and Trill going to IR. We still had to cut four, and we cut the center, we cut the linebacker. And who else did we cut? I
yeah,
posted it
Tino
earlier.
Ellis, but he's pending injured reserve
The
settlement,
corner,
and
yeah,
wide receiver Deadman.
Deadman. So yeah, there's your four right there.
Hello? Did I lose you guys?
No, I'm here.
I'm here. I gotta. Since I'm
So
driving, there's a lot of
so
noise, so
three
I gotta mute
people.
Oh,
myself.
appreciate you.
So
Appreciate you.
correct me if I'm wrong. 3 people are cut already. You're saying
No,
Four.
4.
four?
It was
Yeah,
Deadman.
yeah, Deadman,
Deadman,
Ellis,
Tino Ellis,
the Johnson, which
uh,
is the linebacker,
and
Mm-hmm.
that's
and the center,
the center.
Colhart,
Yeah.
Colhart. So and then we put
Oh,
Okay.
Shaheem and
Okay.
yeah, because since we
I'm
signed
Colt
oh
yes
Bantwar. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
him.
So thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. See, I'm reading into now who has more opportunities, and I think McDaniel wants to see these guys get more opportunity. You know who I like? I like the linebacker, Dion Johnson from University of
from
Miami.
the U. Yeah, that guy's great, man.
I
He was
he's
nice.
sideline to sideline. I love
Yeah,
it
he
now. And what I like about Cameron Good, believe it or not, that guy can freaking set the edge. He can engage and disengage and get to the plate. I
Sharif, you know
didn't
what I
expect
said? You
that
know
out
what I
of
said
him.
about Cameron Good when I saw like highlight tape of him and I was just watching him play? He reminds me a lot of Cameron Wake. Don't get me wrong, I'm not comparing him to Cameron Wake. I'm just saying the fact that he has those long arms, and we saw it in the game on Saturday how he was able to knock down the ball and he's constantly have that motor to get to the quarterback. I'm like, if this kid can develop in the practice squad, he can be pretty good for us.
But I see more for him. I see more for I see he can fast track faster than Van Ginkel. I'll say it like that. And guess what? This is Van Ginkel's 3rd year, so I'm judging him. But that said, but Cameron Good in his 2nd and 3rd year, he can be Cameron Wake because his speed and his bend is already like I said, his bend like Cameron Wake is there. His disengage is better at this point at Cameron. Cameron Wake could never disengage and set the edge. He gets swallowed up. And so Cameron Good can already do that better coming out. All he needs to do is work on get his mind strength, uh, his moves, how to rip different things. Your second move when you get swallowed up. One thing Jalen Phillips came out of with a second and a third freaking move. That's why he gets sacks. If you look at the Cam Newton game, on those sacks, he did a second and a third move. Sometimes when guys get swallowed up in the first move, they're done. You, Quarterback has 3 freaking seconds to get the ball off, and Jalen Phillips is able to do a second and a third move and still get to Cam Newton. That's Pro Bowl. That's my point. Exactly. So I think with Cameron Good, he has that opportunity to work on those things, but some things he's already come out with that's better than Cameron Wake, like disengaging, setting edge, busting up and being there. Yes, he's smaller, and sometimes he just gets there and other people finish the tackle, but he gets there at least. You can see him getting there to the plate.
This
He has a
is
nose for the football. He has the nose. Do you guys put any mind into the stuff that Jerome Baker posted last night, like the heartbroken hearts? Do you
heartbroken.
think it's like a yeah? Do you think it's like it's a personal thing, or do you think we're gonna expect some news from the Miami Dolphins today?
I actually, to be honest with you, the fact that he put it in, and I'll try to look at like any other like tweets, maybe to try to see if we can come up with something. I wouldn't put it past letting him know that he's gonna be let go or traded.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like Dolphins might have a trade in place for him.
Yeah,
for
and they
Roquan
probably
Smith.
let him know, and he's like, "Oh man, like, come on." Because obviously he wants to play with this team. Who doesn't want to play with this team? And yeah, to me, it says a lot. Hopefully, it's not personal. I mean, well, we don't want anything bad to happen personal. Let's be real. But it gave me trade vibes. I'm not even lying to you. It gave me trade vibes, and on top of that too, it also kind of, if he does get traded, it kind of puts into that effect of us wanting to get Roquan
Yeah, Roquan.
and seeing how can we package perhaps Baker, a couple wide receivers, and send them over to the Bears. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe a seventh if we need to sweeten the deal to
maybe it
add
would
to
it would
that.
it would probably be Preston because Preston is like a 6 round grade, and they've already inquired about Preston. So they maybe it
So
could be Preston and Baker for Roquan
and
and
yeah,
probably a seventh.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And he probably found out, because they gotta tell these guys, they gotta make arrangements and stuff. Obviously, they tell them not to say anything. It also doesn't look good on the players when they just come out here looking like crybabies because, first of all, I mean, I'm not trying to diminish it. It is heartbreaking, but it is the business. It's a
I'm
job.
hoping. I'm hoping. You know what I'm hoping, Miss Fans and Sheree? You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping it's like maybe he just, you know, he went to like, he went to go make himself a sandwich and he burned the toast. I'm hoping that's what it was.
I'm hoping it's nothing. If it's something personal, I'm hoping that it's not anything
Yeah.
too bad. But if it's Miami Dolphins related, then I think he might have just been told he's getting traded, which
And I'm being
sucks
honest.
because
The reason why I bring it up is because that's the same way I felt like, you don't want anything bad, negative happen to anyone, not just the player on the Dolphins, but just anybody. But if it just felt like he was informed, hey, we have a trade in place, we're working out the details. Thank you for everything.
we're gonna let you
And
know what to expect and things like that. So of course, if I'm him, I'm gonna be in the mindset of, well, man, this blows because obviously I'm expecting to play with these guys because I know these guys are going to be phenomenal. You know what I mean? He knows what this defense is going to be. He's been in this defense. He loves this defense. So the fact that right now, if he does get traded, and when you have that expectation of being somewhere, and let's be real, people, I've always tried to put him in that trade block. He has been several times, so it's not his first rodeo. But at the end of the day, it is kind of a bummer because to me, I think he's still kind of like a staple, giving me kind of like those Bubby McCain type vibes where he's leading the defense. He's telling the players, what to do, where to be, what to call, who to look out for. So for me, yeah, if he
you
does
know,
get
you know,
traded, I'm
you
gonna
know
be
what
sad.
told me
Not
that
gonna lie.
that's something that told me, and I thought it was interesting. I don't know if you remember. I think it was either Thursday or Wednesday. We got news that the Dolphins were gonna have Javon Holland and Jerome Baker be the green dot, meaning the play caller, because Jerome Baker, since Bobby McCain left the team, because he
He's
was
had
our
to do
play
it.
caller. Jerome Baker's had to do it. The fact that was like they now they're training Javon to do it, just like they had Bobby back there at safety, and they're gonna have Bobby, and apparently still have Jerome. I was like, that's weird. How can you have, they're getting the play calls from the coaching, but that has to be hard because you got two guys and they see two different things. So depending whatever they tell you in the microphone, what if you change the play? So it becomes an issue. So maybe the Dolphins were just trying to get a step ahead of it. Maybe we're thinking about it too much. Maybe we are.
Maybe we
But
are.
maybe the Dolphins were just trying to prep Javon already because they knew they had this coming with Jerome. And that's why they started prepping Javon since last week, being the green dot, the play caller, like they had Bobby McCain. And maybe that's what it is. And the thing about it is like it's crazy. I will say this on Sunday. You remember they had the Emmanuel Ogba signing that they were supposed to do, that they were doing at Sinbad Sports, the Emmanuel
Oh,
Ogba.
I think I heard about that. Yes.
Okay, so I actually went, and when I got there was no Emmanuel Ogba, and what happened was is apparently, remember, they played in Tampa Saturday night, so they
Yeah.
came back either that night or Sunday morning, early morning. But apparently McDaniel was pissed off, and he called an emergency practice for the entire team on Sunday. So, and that's something that we didn't get. We didn't hear reports. We didn't see it on the news. We didn't see it on Bleacher Report, and
That's
nobody reported it.
insane.
And apparently McDaniel was pissed off, and he did an emergency practice on Sunday, and that's why Emmanuel Ogba couldn't show up.
It just it kind of tells you honestly the mindset of the Dolphins. And on top of that too, what could have pissed him off that much? Be honest, Batman, that he ended up doing that. What do you think would have pissed him off that much? Or Sharif, you can answer that too. Sharif, you still there? Can you hear me? You
Go
guys see
ahead,
me?
Batman. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
That I
What
was
do you think could
saying,
have pissed
Sharif.
him
Like
off?
I don't know if did you hear what I said, Sharif?
Yeah, he heard it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I I honestly think maybe he just wanted to sharpen up that defense and try to see maybe have a talk with the corners. Noah, the fact that the D line for supposedly was the main cause of being called in, that I didn't understand. But he's from what I was told on Sunday, that when they received the call, when Sinbad received the call from Emmanuel Agba, he said that it was an emergency practice ordered in by McDaniel, that the entire roster had to show up on Sunday.
Hmm.
Dang.
I didn't remember that play. Hmm.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't been reported. It hasn't been reported. Like
Right.
this didn't came out that the Dolphins did a practice on Sunday, because normally they have practice throughout the week, right? And
Right.
they would come back
Yeah,
home, probably take Sunday, Monday off, and at the worst come back Tuesday and start prepping for, the Raiders
Tuesday,
this week.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that they came back, and on the same day they came back, you order in a practice, like what 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 caused McDaniel to do that? You know?
I mean,
Oh,
if you really want to, oh, go ahead, Sharif. Go ahead.
I think once again you got. I think one of the things we have to do is look at Perry, because Perry is right there with McDaniel. They're almost connected. Um, he's right there on the side, and may be Perry who's considering certain things and suggesting it to McDaniel, and then McDaniel going along with it. Because I can tell you right now, I think it's Perry who's more boots on the ground, because McDaniel has too much things to do overall overhead. So I think it's more Perry. Hey, you guys can do this better. Let's go. Come, get up out of bed. Show up here in another hour. Let's do this. And that could be Perry.
When you say Perry, who were you referring to, Sharif?
Oh, the assistant coach who was on the side of McDaniel, who gave him a high five when we scored. That's the assistant coach. And I think he makes more boots on the ground calls than we think. Like you said, he suddenly called the practice, or he called a meeting, or suddenly that could be a Perry move.
It could also be if you really take a look at it, something that could have pissed him that bad off to make him want to practice the next day. Honestly, and I don't even know if people are thinking about it, especially with the defense. It probably has to do with the last three series because the last three series of the game, we essentially opened the door for them to get that opportunity for the kick. which kind of gave me flashbacks to the Atlanta game. I know y'all remember.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit scared because I'm like, I can't see this again. And it could be the way that we finished that game defensively. That might have been the reason why he was so adamant about everybody coming in. Was it also just defense or was it defense and offense?
Supposedly it was the entire team, according to what Agba told Sinbad.
That's crazy.
And
And
I
if
will
that's
say
the
this:
case,
one of the things that I noticed throughout the game, because when you really look at it, besides because we deserved to lose that game. We didn't
oh,
lead in any
we
statistic
lost that game.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's just that we came up with two great plays, turnovers. You had the interception that was caught by the legs by the cornerback, and you had the forced fumble that we recovered and Wavin recovered and scored a touchdown. I think Skyler had a great game, but my thing is, we got eaten up alive and chewed up when it comes to that screen game. And Sharif and Miss Phins, right now, that is the recipe to attack this Miami Dolphins defense. We were hearing about this when we were playing Tampa in joint practices, that they were chewing us alive in the linebacker unit the linebacker unit was getting eaten alive off of screenplays. And yet again, we saw that firsthand what Tampa was doing to us in the screen game and just eating us up alive, raw and alive. And maybe that frustration, because they kept showing McDaniel's face on the sidelines. Every time there would be a big chunk player on a screen pass from Tampa, and they would show McDaniel's face. Then they would show Boyer. McDaniel didn't look. He didn't look mad, but he definitely didn't look like the McDaniel we're used to seeing and smiling and giggling. He didn't look too happy.
You know what? Michelle makes a good point though, but McDaniel was the one calling and passing plays at the end and not killing the clock. So that you do have to also that clock management also you have to put it on him too. So that I mean granted, I seen the kicker that almost never works, but I'm so happy it actually worked. But we essentially lost that game. Just like last year with against the Patriots, we lost that game. If it wasn't for an amazing defensive play from X, we lost that game. They're on a 35-yard line. They were idiots instead of taking the kick. They're like, no, we're gonna go for dumb. But it really is it's on McDaniel. It's on McDaniel. My cousin Kenny, how you doing? Good morning, my cousin Kenny. James,
Cousin
welcome
Kenny,
back to Fitz. Um,
Yeah, but
that
one of the things I want Dolphin fans to be sure of is the running game. I think look at the difference when Skylar play actions. We didn't even establish the run, and they bit on it. They bite on it
they
because
had
they
10 in the box the whole game.
right.
guys,
And
there
no,
was
so you're not
Sharif.
able.
Sorry, real quick before I forget this one play.
Mm.
There was a fake that Skylar did that I was like, I literally had to. I had to like replay it because I was like, oh my god, I bit on that run play, and I was like, the whole time I thought the running back had that call, and you saw the two defensive
I
players just
remember
go
that. I
after
remember
the.
that.
It was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, and then the way Skylar just, I don't know, magic. That's all I can say. That one play was probably has to be one of my biggest highlight of that game because it was such a fake, but I mean it was so smooth. It just seemed so
Hmm.
natural. You
Hmm.
know, like quarterbacks are not good at the fake. They're not.
He's
They're
And
he's
very
listen,
learning. He's learning
and
from
let me give
the
you
best in the game, though. He's learning from the best in the game at that. It's Tua.
and
oh
And
and
Tua
my
does
and
it
let me
so
give you a
discreetly
hint.
sometimes you can't see it.
And
oh man, that was
let me
such a
give you a
beautiful play.
hint,
Go ahead,
right?
Sharif.
The type of offense that you need to run, it has to be an athletic quarterback. And Garoppolo just didn't check all of those boxes. So if a Tua gets happens to get hurt, Teddy is just as athletic. who can do what you need is a guy who's athletic enough to do those fakes, spin around, fake it to the second carrier, and then all of a sudden the NFL cameras doesn't even know who has the football. I remember that play, Miss Phins, and what was so like
Gross.
dynamic is that like they were tackling the wrong guy. At least
Listen,
two
I
guys were
saw
being
the two
tackled.
players. That oh god, it
At
was
least
so
two
beautiful.
players were being tackled, and another guy had the football. I remember that play.
I
The
was
NFL
like,
cameras were even whooped.
that's what got me.
Now
Not
think of
even
this.
even the cameras thought it was the running back
Now
that had
think
the
of this.
ball.
Tua has better ball handling than Skyler, and Skyler did magic on that play, right? And
That
Tua has better
definitely
ball handling. So just
that
think of that.
that had to have been, to be honest with
It
you,
was beautiful. It was beautiful. And it's
one
true what Sharif
of
said. You had the defenders biting. Like, you just had defenders biting all day. Because they
but
had
that
10
was
in the
such
box.
a hard
Imagine
bite,
when we
dude. The
like,
whole freaking everyone bought on that. God,
So
it
yeah.
to
was so good.
continue on my point, we didn't even establish the run. We're gonna run play action anyway. Oh, you have to establish running. No, you don't. You can play action, and they will either freaking don't bite and get hit underneath, or they will freaking bite and get hit over the top, as you've seen. So it's not up to establishing. We will eventually establish the running game because whether they bite or not, we're gonna have a lead, and then we're gonna run the ball. If you know what I mean, we're gonna then run the ball when we have a
Oh, yeah,
10 point lead. Like if we have a 7 point lead and Sanders kicks a three, dude, we're blitzing you, and we're gonna just get work on our running game at that point.
just
Now,
think about this.
Batman, I don't. Oh,
Go
before
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
don't know if Batman remembered when we were crying for Gailey. Why is he shutting it down with a 20-0 lead? You remember that, Batman?
Yeah.
So think of this now. McDaniel is going to have these weapons that he needs, which is Tyreek and Waddle, and he's going to have a lead, right? And he's not going to shut nothing down. He's going to run his play action fakes, and we're going to run the ball. So we're going to be continuing that lead, make it bigger. So that's the encouraging part with the ball handling skills with Tua and faking you out, and we're going to continue running our offense. We're not going to shut nothing down. It's just that the defense won't be able to key on who has the ball, like Miss Phins is saying. That's the whole dangerous part about Tua's ball handling.
That was so, and I've seen Tua do it too, where I was like, ho ho ho, Tua, and that's the thing. We have the running backs to really sell this fake, but we also have, thank God, at least a QB that can do the same thing. But that was so nasty, and to me, highlight play for me. Everybody bid on that. Everybody. The linemen, the linebackers, everybody. Nobody thought that was a passing play. Hence why our player was wide open when he threw it. It was just beautiful. But listen, we're going to the three hour mark, and I have got to I gotta go to work, people. So yeah, gotta take care of business, pay bills and stuff.
Well, appreciate it, you having us.
No, of course, of course. And Friday, I'm doing a panel too. Remember, 8 a.m. You guys are more than welcome.
I'll join. I'll
Obviously,
join. I'm off on Friday, so I'll join you.
you're far. Okay, I'll send you the link once I post it or whatever. I'll send you the link because I definitely wanna have you guys on. And just so you guys know before you go, because I'm not done. I gotta close it out here. I will be doing my. I will be talking about fantasy football tomorrow night, Wednesday night at 8. So, yes, definitely come through because I've got a 12-person league. Yeah, I think it's 12-person league. So I already got two, well, myself and one other person. So I got 10 spots. I'm going to break everything down for you guys. Kind of give it to you. And I already have the date that I want to do the draft, which I will be doing live. So there you go. I'll go ahead and, give you just a little more info about that tomorrow night, Wednesday night at 8 p.m. when I have my night show. But Sharif, Batman, give me your last thoughts. What did you think overall?
Wonderful.
Before you even give me last thoughts, I need to know who you think is going to be next on the trade block, or even on the cut list?
Uh,
Like a surprise cut,
Yeah.
or just Sony Michelle.
Sonny Michelle, surprise cut.
Yeah.
What about surprise trade block?
For the Dolphins or just in general in the league?
Dolphins, Dolphins, Dolphins.
Um, I see the Dolphins potentially adding some type of lineman very soon. It might not be a star lineman, but they are gonna add another piece.
Okay, I can see that. Okay. What about you, Sharif?
trade block, I think could be Preston.
Okay.
Um, and I would have said Gasicki, but I just think they're hiding him. I just think they don't want people to see what he's doing. Um, and for the cuts,
For
if
cuts,
they made 4 cuts today, that means they're gonna make a fifth cut by 2 p.m. Right?
they have to do it by 4, no
No,
later
they
than
they
4
4,
p.m.
already they already they already got to 85. They already got to 85 because like look,
because we only
so
had
yeah, so
85 players.
Oh
remember
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
had
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
had
yeah.
we had we had 89 when we did the Shaheen
Because
trade.
we got
When
Mackenzie
Shaheen
Alexander, you're right?
Mm-hmm.
and Scott. Remember, so let's make it easier. So we were 89 when Shaheen came back. He was technically 90. Okay. Then we put
Mhm.
Lim Bowden. We put Lim Bowden and Shaheen on injured reserve. Not Lim Bowden. I'm sorry. Trill and Shaheen. So we signed Mackensie and Scott yesterday. So we're back at 89. So we needed to cut four. That's what we did. We cut four. So we're
Right.
already set.
All
We're
right.
already set for today.
Thank you. Yeah. So my final thoughts are continue to look at the fact that we're not establishing the run. We don't care if we establish the run. Linebackers are freaking biting and they're getting sucked in. And who's killing them? Skyler. So that tells me that we don't need to establish no damn run. What it tells me is the teams are going to be afraid of the run, afraid enough, and then we're going to go over the top. And what's interesting is you do that in the first quarter, right? When you haven't established nothing, and they're still going to bite. That means second and third quarter we'll be able to
We're
run the
eating.
clock up.
We're
Right.
eating because they won't know where we're coming from. Oh
By
God,
then, you
this is
see,
gonna
so
be so
get
nasty.
it out
Yeah.
of your minds that oh we need to run on first down and do what Flores did. No, no, you need to do just what you're doing, which is you they think would let them think. You see what happens? You get burned over the top with Bowden. So it doesn't we had negative yards rushing and we still got the linebackers sucked in. It's the offense that did that. It's not whoa, Gaskins is the number one. No. We could have number 6 running backs, all of
I
them.
really hope Bowden makes his team. Like I was originally I wanted him on this team. Then I was like, okay, he's on the trade block officially. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, I want Bowden to make this team, and we got
I
to figure
need
out a
him
way
to
to
make
make
the
it.
team. I need him to
I
make the
need
team
to
because I'm
see
not trying to
more.
use Waddle. I'm
I
not
need
trying to use Waddle as a returner. Nope.
I need to
Or
see more
Tyreek.
from Craycraft or he'll be cut because he's not showing me nothing. I know
Braylon
he has
Sanders though.
All he's done is
Braden.
in practice. He's been doing
Yeah,
stuff in practice, and
but
Sanders has done good too. Craycraft and Sanders in training camp, they did good, but they got to show it in the game. That's what you mean, Sharif, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Braylon Sanders doesn't have to show me anything. This is why McDaniel didn't let him play uh, much. But the guys who need to show more because they played is River Craycraft. He needs to show more. Hunter Long needs to show more.
Preston.
Uh, Preston. Oh,
oh, Preston's
definitely.
done in my opinion. There's just
But
nothing Preston can do to
he
No,
made the
but
stay
first
here.
cuts.
not to make the team, but at least to put us in trade value. You know, they got
Oh,
to
to
showcase him.
increase his
Mhm.
trade value,
Yeah,
absolutely. I
yeah.
need him to do more. Why not? If we can get, I mean, for him, I think a 6.
Hmm.
It's fair. You know, if we can get a fifth, I'll take it. I don't know if we'll get more than that. If I'm gonna be honest with you, what do you think we could get for
A
Preston?
6 or a 7. I think
Yeah,
Yeah, I think,
I think
and
I
guess
think what
what?
they
That's not
I
gonna
think
happen because
the
the
Bears
cut
probably
downs were
offered a
made
7.
yesterday. Yeah, the
Yeah,
cut downs were made yesterday, and I just think teams can just go off the wires just from yesterday and get a Preston as opposed to us dangling Preston and getting a six. I,
Good
I
point.
don't think he's even worth that anymore. I
But
just
see,
think
the Dolphins kept them. Like I know they had other guys that are played. They didn't play at all, or they decided to cut before Preston. But the Dolphins probably have that in mindset. Like let's prop them up. You know, this game, maybe next game, and then see if we could get a six or seven. Because you're right. If we would have cut him, yeah, every team out there probably thought, oh, he's gonna get cut. We'll just pick him up off of waivers.
right. And
Because the
remember
salary
now,
cap
you
is like
have two more
1.5,
cut
right?
downs. So teams would
Oh yeah.
gamble with the two more cut downs than to just trade for Preston too. So there's 3 more weeks of we don't really need Preston because teams are cutting down anyway. So if you want to do something, you're gonna do it by week 6, or you're gonna cut him and he's not gonna make the team.
Well, we're gonna have to see. As far as my surprise cuts, um, and Bobby said Teddy Bridgewater is a surprise trade and Eric Rowe is a surprise cut. I would actually have to say surprise cut would have to be Jerome Baker for me. Especially with that tweet, I'm like, "Ugh, God, I really hope not, but
What?
you never know.
That's
I think
never gonna happen.
I
Now
don't think it's
guess
gonna
what?
happen, but that's why I say it's a surprise trade for me.
This is a surprise move that I think that Boyer can tell his team to make. This is why we have multiple guys who can play multiple positions. Guess what Boyer can ask Eric Rowe to play? Hey, Trill got hurt. Go in there and be our fourth corner because you can do it. This is a multiple defense. What you guys are worried about is a corner. We're not. I'm not worried about corner. We got Eric Rowe. Remember, he was a corner. And guess what that does technically? Let's go. Needham third corner. Eric Rowe fourth. With the guy, I forgot the guy. Keon Crossan fifth. Um, Isaiah Campbell sixth. I'm not afraid of corner because he isn't even the Rowe is the third safety. You
Yeah,
guys
I was gonna
realize that.
say he's really the
So
safety.
Rowe is just the fourth corner. So I'm not afraid of a loss of Trill Williams. Trill Williams is a standout just like Needham. He was a standout just like Preston. He might have turned out to be trash anyway. So a
No,
standout getting
I,
hurt because a promising few weeks doesn't do anything because Eric
no, but
Rowe steps
it does
in.
hurt. It does hurt, and I get what you mean about Eric Rowe. But you know what's something that was very intriguing on me about the game on Saturday is the fact that we had Eric Rowe literally like in the last quarter he was still playing, and granted, mind you, he is technically quote unquote he's a starter on this team, and the fact that he played so much on Saturday and you didn't even put Fedulum out there, you didn't put these guys out there. Like, I mean, we did see what's his name? Javon's friend from Oregon, McKinley the
Verone
McKinley.
third.
McKinley. Yeah,
Yeah,
McKinley,
McKinley the
yeah.
third.
Verone McKinley.
We saw him, right?
What is
But
his number?
he's 32, I think.
32. Yeah.
Okay, he
And I,
played well. I seen him made a hit. He hits just like Javon, where he tries to blow you up. He blew up that guy on the sideline.
yes.
Same
Hey,
school,
but
so it makes
I'm
sense.
I'm taking off. I got back here to the office and I gotta head back out. Hey, thank you for having me, Miss Vince. All right, Sharif. Everybody be safe. Have a beautiful day, and let's go Dolphins.
Let's go
Yeah,
Dolphins. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Miss Fins, going down to camp, keeping up for everything, and bringing it to us live and experiencing the Dolphins camp for us and bringing it here on YouTube for us. I appreciate that because it takes a lot for you to go down there and be productive and still show us what's going on, just like a normal fan. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Sharif. I really do appreciate it. Hey, that's why you guys get it here with Miss Fizz Monday to Friday, okay? Each and every day at 8 a.m. Typically, we don't go this early because, thank God I didn't have a meeting this morning. But, you can find me here 8 a.m. And like I said, I mean, this week we're gonna have fun. We're excited. I'm gonna be at the Raiders game, actually with Batman, so it's funny. And my family too. They're also going too, so I'm gonna be like back and forth between both. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna see if I can get some cool videos for you guys. I gotta get a gimbal. I think that's what it's called, right? The thingy that keeps it. Even though I'm actually pretty steady, I'm used to it. I still want to get something. I want to get that, so I'm hoping I can get that in time. But yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get you guys some stuff. Maybe if I can get a couple stuff, get a couple stuff signed. And I do believe they're gonna have the garage sale again, or at least I'm hoping to have the garage sale again. And if I can find a Mike Sexy jersey, because clearly I can't wear the one I have, then I'm totally gonna get it. But Sharif, thank you so much for doing it. I really do appreciate you coming up here. And
Take
obviously
care
you're welcome. I hope to see you on Friday for the panel too. So just come through.
for sure.
We're gonna have a lot of fun because we're gonna discuss the game. We gotta
Fins up.
discuss
Take
free
care.
agency. Thank you, Fins up. Bye bye. And guys, there you have it. You already know who I am. You already know what I do, guys. It's a lot of fun here, okay? With Miss Fins, guys. We like to take care of you guys here with Miss Fins. We try to give you guys the best of the best of the best. With honors, people. With honors. But yes, guys, go ahead and check out Miss Fins each and every morning, guys. You see here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay, you gotta like, share, subscribe. See it right there? Wait. There you go. And yeah, guys, and we gotta also level up Miss Fins. You see it? Guys, we're updating everything. We're getting, we got a new countdown. I'm getting a new intro for you guys. We're really updating everything here for you guys. Because, you guys deserve nothing but the best. And I want to be able to give you guys as much of that as possible as I can. But I appreciate having each and one of you guys. Guys, we're so close to the 500 subscriber giveaway. So go ahead and let's make it happen. If you think I've earned your subscription, I really, really appreciate it. Go ahead, youtube.com/Miss Phins. It's so easy, so simple. I mean, honestly, like you can't get any. See? Subscribe today. Subscribe today. So easy, so simple. So go ahead and make it happen. YouTube.com/Miss Phins. Let's get Miss Phins to 500. Get you guys that subscriber giveaway. Also, we're trying to get to 1,000 before the season starts. Let's go ahead and do it, guys. Let's go ahead and do it because there's also a giveaway about that. We're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. So go ahead and come through. And on top of that, too, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Go ahead and check us out. We will be talking fantasy football. So it's gonna be a lot of fun there too. Go ahead, guys. Do me a favor. Check me out again. This is Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. Really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you for having me. And again, where can you find Miss Phins? On YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all social medias. Everybody on Twitter and Twitch, thank you so much for doing Miss Phins. Really do appreciate it. And guys, talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.